There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
At Synchrony, you have the ability to make a real impact. Be an impact on our customers, on our community, on our colleagues.
Having workplace flexibility is a benefit I did not know I needed. But wow, it has really made a positive impact in my life.
The flexibility I have in leading my team and being effective and adding value to the organization while also being able to have my son spend time with his grandparents.
I am able to bring my full, authentic self each and every day.
People are innovative, they are inspiring, people are always willing to help.
This is a company where you truly can be yourself. And in doing that, we believe you fuel unbelievable innovation, collaboration, and deep and meaningful connection. I hope you'll join us and become a part of the Synchrony family.
Ever notice how a smile is contagious? It's hard not to smile when someone's smiling at you. Go ahead, try it. We'll wait. Smiling yet? Us too. Here at T-Tech, we love smiles. In fact, we've built a culture around them and a brand on top of them. For us, it's all about the feeling you get when someone goes that extra smile to brighten your day. It's how an upside-down frown makes our T-Tech world go round. Our mission is to make the whole world smile, and it starts with you. We focus on what matters most to you. Career growth, personal development, well-being, whatever it may be. It's all part of the T-Tech experience. So put on a smile. Come join us and let's change the world, one smile at a time.
Denso creates vehicle essential technologies. You might think that vehicle technologies have nothing to do with you. But if vehicles did not move, buses and taxis would not come, and ambulances and fire trucks could not respond to emergencies. If there were no deliveries by truck, there would not be rows of products in supermarkets, and goods bought over the internet would not be delivered. Denso supports the lifestyles not only of people who drive, but also of people who don't drive. For instance, through its systems that check the road ahead and technologies that keep watch around cars, Denso enables society to keep safely on the move, anytime and anywhere. By systems that make the air they expel cleaner than the air they take in, and smart use of energy, Denso is also helping to preserve the environment for generations to come. To everyone around the world, Denso's craftsmanship produces things of value.
Dahil State University ang LSPU, asahan mo na bukod sa quality ang education ay abot kaya pa ito. Hindi limitado sa 4 na sulok ng silid ang pag-aaral mo dito sa LSPU. Maganda ang pagsasanay dito para sa paghahanda ng kinabukasan mo. Pinaghuhusay ng LSPU upang maging balanse ang buhay estudyante namin dito. Inihahanda kami ng LSPU upang maging mga leader at kapaki-pakinabang at mabuting mamamayan ng ating bansa.
For more than 67 years since 1952, the LSPU has been one of the drivers of Laguna's immense economic progress. As one of the more than 100 premier state universities of the Philippines, the LSPU has provided quality education to create capable leaders and workforce to help Laguna sustain its growth. The LSPU is the largest state university in the province of Laguna, providing excellent and subsidized education to more than 27,000 students in 4 strategic campuses located in Santa Cruz, Siniloan, San Pablo City, and Los Baños. Each LSPU campus provides instructional expertise in their specialized field and offers bachelor's, associate, and certificate programs in various fields of study. The LSPU also offers higher education programs in education.
Ang main campus ng LSPU ay matatagpuan dito sa Santa Cruz. Meron pong mahigit 10,000 estudyante ang nag-aaral dito. Bukod po sa tourism na aking kinukuha, ang pag-aabogasya at nursing ay unique dito sa LSPU Santa Cruz. LSPU Santa Cruz also offers courses on the exciting fields of engineering and information technology.
Meron pong mahigit 5,000 estudyante na karamihan ay nag-aaral sa larangan ng agrikultura dito sa LSPU Siniloan. Ang pinakamalaki pong campus ng LSPU ay matatagpuan dito. The LSPU Siniloan also provides excellent instruction in the fields of agroforestry.
Dito naman po sa San Pablo Campus, marami ang nag-aaral ng kurso ng Education, Information Technology, Engineering and Industrial Technology, Hospitality Management and Tourism. Ang LSPU San Pablo ay mayroong mahigit 8,000 na estudyante sa loob ng mahigit na 5 ektaryang pasilidad nito. Meron rin pong isa sa 2 graduate programs dito para sa education.
Dito po sa LSPU Los Baños, matatagpuan ang isa sa pinakamagandang kurikula sa fisheries sa bansa. Isama niyo na rin dito ang matibay na mga program sa education, food, nutrition, and dietetics, hospitality management at tourism. Mahigit 5,000 estudyante ang nag-aaral dito sa LSPU Los Baños.
All 4 LSPU campuses provide programs for teacher education, computer studies, hospitality management and tourism, arts and sciences, criminal justice education, and business management and accountancy. For international competitiveness, the LSPU has developed partnerships and cooperation with foreign academic institutions and corporations to provide students and staff with insights and experience on education, research, and training on a global level. Aside from the modern amenities, the university strives to provide and improve its gymnasiums, libraries, and other associated venues needed for a balanced student life. Providing the best possible educational environment and experience has always been a priority at the LSPU. The LSPU endeavors to tap into the students' potential to help nurture them to become productive, responsible, and successful members of our society. The LSPU has made remarkable accomplishments by providing and advancing knowledge in multidisciplinary fields essential for the development of young individuals.
Tunay po na ang ating kinabukasan ng bayan ay nakasalalay sa ating mga kabataan sa pagbibigay ng matibay na pundasyon para maabot nila ang kanilang pangarap. Matutulungan rin ang ating bansa na maabot ang minimiting pagunlad. Ang tagumpay ng ating mga kabataan ay tagumpay natin lahat.
Welcome to JobsOneity.com's Marketing Me. We are live at Laguna State Polytechnic University in all campuses, from Los Baños, San Pablo, Siniloan, and Santa Cruz, Maine. And this webinar is created to prepare you for your careers ahead. With us today are respectable names in different industries from JobsOneity.com, ADP, Makati Medical Center, and TTech. So, stay tuned and learn more about what to expect in the world beyond college. Before we further dive into our program today, let us all ask the guidance of our Lord, to be followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Opening prayer. Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important event. May you bestow your guidance and blessings on this event so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone present here today, that each one of us may be able to share what he or she have for your glory and honor. Grant good health and safety to our loved ones left at home, and peace and goodwill to all men. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We ask all of these in your name. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang binirang, kuyak ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng katawan mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at karoon niya kailan pang ay di magtitindig. Luma ng araw ng warhabit pagsika, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
To warm up this event with his opening remarks, let's give the stage to Attorney Rashid J.S. Sangkon, the Vice President for Academic Affairs.
I would like also to acknowledge our University President, Dr. Mario Arbriones, to our Vice Presidents, Campus Directors, our Alumni Affairs Officers, headed by Director Jen Espinueva, faculty members, the members of the Administrative Council present in this virtual program, our support staff, students and partners. Good day to all of you. Marketing Me Live 2025 gives us a moment to recognize where you are right now, our dear students. A big transition, but absolutely meaningful, as you will be joining our labor market after you graduate in few months from now. You see, we talk about graduates and hearing the words where your role is shaping the Philippine economy, it may sound like a big responsibility. Well, it's the truth. It starts in small, everyday ways. Every time you show up prepared for an interview, every skill you choose to learn, every job opportunity you pursue, that already contributes to the strengthening our country's workforce and economy. Industries relied on your fresh energy. You are the innovators who push companies to modernize. You are the creative minds, the innovative minds who will build new ideas, new solutions, and maybe even new businesses one day. And because of that, you matter enormously to the nation's future. So the Philippines needs graduates who can adapt, think critically, who can also communicate well, and bring heart into their respective works. And that's something LSPU has always taken pride in, where we produce graduates who are not only competent, but compassionate, value-grounded, and of course, ready to help their families and communities to progress. So today's session on resume building, virtual interviews, about different professional skills, and most importantly, about work ethics. These are all prepared for your journey. Think of them as tools that will help you bring out the best version of yourself when you finally step into the world of work. As you move forward, remember, your career is not just about earning a living, it's about creating impact. Whether it's big or small, whether you are in your hometown or across the world, the Philippine economy grows stronger every time someone like you chooses to show up, to do good work, and chase every opportunity. Also coupled with integrity and determination. So your institution, LSPU, we believe in you. And of course, we cannot wait to see you when you will make a mark for our nation's future. So with that, we welcome you all to this virtual program, Marketing Me Live 2025. Good day to all of you.
Thank you so much, Attorney Rashid Sakon, for that very welcoming remarks and for very encouraging words to our graduates. You, as small as you and I are, collectively together, we know that we can make a positive impact in this economy. Let's continue bringing our hearts to work, being competent, compassionate, and value-grounded as graduates of LSPU. And so, we welcome you again to Jobs180.com's MME or Marketing Me. I wonder if you're all ready. Give this video a thumbs up. If you know yourself that you are ready for this day. My name is Oliver, and I will be your host for today. Just some quick reminders for you guys. We'd like to know where you're from, so please put in your course and name in the comment section. The attendance and evaluation will be released at the end of this webinar, and if wala pa ang friends nyo, okay, please mention them in the comment section so they will not miss out on this event today. This video will also be recorded and will be posted on the Jobs180.com's Facebook page and YouTube channel. So if ever you feel you want to go back to this link or to this talk, or your connection fluctuates and you ever miss out the event, don't worry about it. You can always still rewatch this session on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Okay? So today we're going to have our such wonderful speakers. This is our schedule for today. First, we're going to talk about job applications using the ResumeLink, and it's going to be run by Jobs180.com. Followed by ADP Philippines, who's going to talk about the visual interviews. Top skills employers look for when hiring is next, which is going to be discussed by Makati Medical Center. And lastly, we're going to learn how to develop ourselves to have strong work ethics, which is going to be discussed by T-Tech. Okay, so make sure again, comment your name and course for this event. And of course, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section para we can read them later and ask our speakers for today. For our first speaker of the day, we're going to discuss such a wonderful topic in preparing you for a footstep ahead in job applications using the ResumeLink. To introduce to you, he has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. You got it all. As a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. Please welcome our Managing Director, Mr. Kim Chua.
Hello everyone, my name is Kim Chua. You heard it right. May wapo, no? Baka Kim Chu lang ang maalala ninyo. So in this session, what I'll be doing is I will be sharing with you itong tinatawag natin the most secure tool for job application, and that is called the ResumeLink. Yan. So when you created your resumes, I think you have your checklist. Amongst the checklist that you have, probably the first thing you have to consider is that you have to stand out. Why? Because there's so many other applicants out there na kasabayan natin, kumbaga sa kakompetensya natin in terms of applying. So importante po na kayo ay mag-stand out. Another thing in your checklist that you have to consider is that you should only have one file. So the idea here is when you apply to companies, nababawasan yung pabalik-balik, yung tumatagal doon sa proseso. Now, speaking of proseso, it is also very important that you want it to be efficient. And by efficient, I mean you need to get feedback sana coming from your point of action. And using this tool, you'll be able to know if you're being processed or not. Another thing in my checklist is that wala po itong bayad, libre po yan. Mukha lang akong salesman, pero absolutely for free itong ikikwento ko sa inyo. And the most important question for this day and age is, do you want your information to be secured? If the answer is yes, then this is the tool that you should be considering. This is called ResumeLink. What is the ResumeLink? ResumeLink by definition is a personalized URL. It's a link that anyone can open online anytime. Okay? So ano ang example niya? Let me use the sample that you're seeing in front of the screen. It says there, John Santos. Halimbawa lang, pangalan mo, John Santos. So ang resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na ang resume or resume link mo. So how will you make one? The first step is you have to register. This is absolutely for free. And for you to register, you simply go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com. You may also visit your specific school career portal provided by Jobs180, and you can also register your account from there. Now, once you're inside your account, you have to fill in the blanks. So these are the things that you have to fill in. I will not go through one by one because obviously you guys can read. Sundan nyo lang. Lagyan nyo lang dito yung account information nyo, personal details nyo, education background, as well as your work experience. Kung meron kayong work experience. Kung wala naman, you can already skip that portion. Now, for those who have already created their resumes, and you might be reacting right now, eh, Sir Kim, meron na po akong resume sa Word, sa PDF, di ba? Sa Canva, sa kung saan man yung file format. Then, ang magandang balita na lang here is that you just have to copy and paste. Lipat mo na lang ang mga information mo dun sa file format na nagawa nyo papunta dito sa resume link. Ba't mo idilipat? Para maging secured yung information ninyo. Okay, bakit magiging secured? I'll tell you as we continue. In the meantime, after you fill out those information, you start by creating your resume link. Ano bang basihan ng resume link? Ang basihan, simple lang. Pangalan ninyo. So halimbawa lang, ang pangalan mo nga John Santos, then you just create as simple as johnsantos.jobs180.com. If ever lang may karoon kang kapangalan na ibang tao na unahan ka mag-register, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niyan, this name has already been taken. Pag taken na, huwag kayo malulungkot, no? Ang pwede natin gawin, maging creative. Pwede mo balik rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Pwede mo lagay J Santos o kaya Santos J. Depende sa link na gusto po ninyo. Basta importante, wala kayong kapareho kahit may kapangalan. Paalala ko lang rin, huwag kayong OA. Do not overdo it. No? Do not create something like Cutie Pie o kaya Lover Boy. Diba? Kasi it doesn't sound professional. Diba? Imagine mo na lang, ikaw ay mag-submit sa mga kumpanya at sasabihin mo, Sir, mag-apply po ko sa inyo. Tatanungin ka ng HR. Ano pong resume nyo? Sasabihin mo, ang resume link ko po ay eljablo.jobs180.com. O diba? Pag sinabi mo yan, baka matakot yung HR. So I don't recommend you do something like that. Okay? Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Now, moving forward, after you create your resume link, you have to use also a valid email. Email na nabubuksan natin, kagaya ng Yahoo, Gmail, or whatever email that you have na basta nabubuksan ninyo. Never use emails like @facebook.com. Example lang huwag kang gagamit ng patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng robert@facebook.com na email. In short, huwag mo gagamitin yung @facebook.com. Kasi pag yan ang ginamit mo, hindi mo na mabubuksan yung mga pinapadala ng mga company sa inyo, pati na rin ni Jobs180. Okay, importante, gamitin natin email na bubuksan para tayo ay makapag-verify na account as proof na ikaw ang gumawa ng account nyo at more importantly, makareceive ng mga invitations coming from those companies as well as Jobs180. Okay? So you're done with the first step. Simple lang, recap lang. Sa mga late dumating, catch up kayo. Ang first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Let's go to the next step. The second step is the most logical of all the steps. Kailangan you have to complete the details. Sino ba naman sa inyo mag-apply ng trabaho, magbibigay ng resume, tapos kulang-kulang detalye? Dapat po kumpleto ang information natin. So how will you do that? You just simply go to the website of jobs180.com just by typing www.jobs180.com or simply visit your school career portal and the powered by jobs180.com, and that is where you now have to log in. Okay? When you log in, kayo lang may alam ng inyong login access. Malamang kayo lang may alam ng email nyo tsaka ng resume link ninyo. Lalong-lalo na yung password. Of course, you don't share it to anyone. Now, once you log in to your job seeker account, then you fill in the blanks. Now, ano ba yung mga blanks na dapat ilagay dito? Una-una, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, good news. Ano ba yung good news? Kung nakagawa ka na ng resume sa Word, sa Canva, sa PDF, sa whatever file format, all you need to do is just simply copy and paste. Copy and paste na lang all your information papunta dito sa loob ng resume link para maging secured yung mga data nyo. Diba? Para mas mabilis na. Now, if you have not created your resumes yet, then what you need to do is you simply fill this out. Okay? Huwag ka na gumawa sa Word or sa Canva or sa PDF tapos ikakopy mo rin. Doble lang trabaho. Diretso nyo na po dito sa inyong resume link. Now, as I've said earlier, I will not go through this session by telling you what to put in detail by detail by detail by detail because obviously you guys can read. So just fill in all this information. Yung mga nakita nyo dyan, lahat po ng details ay importante. Okay? Isa sa mga bagay na gusto ko lang i-remind, make sure you have your contact information. Okay? Real talk lang tayo, ha? Real talk lang tayo. When someone calls you, okay, some of you don't answer the call. When someone calls you naman, some of you get to miss that call, no? Because you're busy, you're doing something else. Now, here's my practical application na tip. Okay? Ang gagawin natin, when you receive that call, on the moment that someone's calling you tapos hindi mo kilala, all the more that you should answer the call para lang malaman natin kung sino tumatawag. You never know, baka naman company na yan na nag-offer ng opportunity. Now, in the event lang na hindi nyo po na talaga nakita na may tumatawag sa inyo, then I recommend you can send them a message back. Okay, you can reply back by saying, "Hi sir or ma'am, I received a missed call from this number. How may I help you?" Diba? That simple message can go a long way because you never know. Baka yung ni-reply back ninyo ay isang HR na nag-offer ng opportunity. Sa dami-dami naman tinawagan niya, kayo ang nag-reply, kayo pa ang unang i-prioritize. Okay? So very important, you put here all the possible ways na makontak kayo ng isang HR. Lahat po ng meron ninyo, no? Meron kayong Viber, meron kayong mga Messenger, all the possible ways, no, and means na ma-reach out sa inyo, gagawin niya ng HR. At least nandyan yung information niya. Okay? Now, another thing you should consider here is to put your work options. At the same time, you put here education background. Hindi naman to limited lang sa school niyo right now. Even if after your stay in your school, you can also put it here. No? And then at the same time, you also put here your certifications. Kung meron man kayo, mga certification program. And your achievements, you don't limit it only inside the school. Even if it's outside the school, as long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, I have some reminders here. Unang-una, sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang po sa course ninyo. Oftentimes, ang ginagawa ng isang aplikante, doon lang natin nililimit ang sarili natin kung saan, yun kasi ang course natin. Remember, it doesn't mean that you are a graduate of accountancy, ang alam mo lang gawin ay mag-balance sheet, mag-debit credit. Diba? Baka naman ikaw ay marunong sa graphic design. Hindi naman perkat ikaw ay isang engineer, ang alam mo lang gawin ay pang mga engineering na stuff. You might be into arts, into music, into crafts, o di ba? So marami ka ibang mga bagay na alam dyan. Graduate ka na education doesn't mean ang alam mo lang gawin ay magturo. Baka naman mahilig ka sa pag-picture-picture, mahilig ka sa photography, mahilig ka sa mga videography, o di ba? At kung ibang bagay pa na alam yung skills, you put it here. Okay? Remember, what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that company. And companies hire you because of your skills. Okay? So you put all the skills here. Now, when it comes to languages, do not limit your languages lang sa iisa. Because sigurado naman ako, at least dalawa na alam nyo. Alam nyo English, alam nyo ang Filipino. To be exact, you know, local dialect, Tagalog. Diba? Some of you knows Kapampangan, Hiligaynon, Bisaya, Waray, Chabacano. Diba? At iba-iba pang mga lingwahe, ilagay po ninyo dyan. Okay? If you know foreign languages, pwede rin. Wala naman to limit sa space eh. Lagay mo dyan, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, Korean, diba? German, sausage, lahat ng alam mo, lagay mo dyan. So wala po tong limit sa space. Okay? Now when it comes to references, lagay nyo din dito yung mga references ninyo, but make sure lang that you let them know you made them as your reference. Because a lot of times, yung mga nilalagay nyo dito, kayo lang may kilala. Pero sila, hindi nila kayo kilala. So, huwag nyo gagawin yon. Make sure you let them know that you made them as your reference so that they know what to tell about you pag sila ay natawagan. Okay? Now, earlier, some of you might be thinking, Sir Kim, alam ko na po yung resume. Kaya nga, di ba, good news ko sa inyo. Kung meron ka na nagawang resume sa mga Word, PDF, Canva, whatever file format, all you need to do is just transfer it here sa resume link para maging secured. Okay? More than that, okay, you also have some things here na hindi mo makikita sa mga traditional resumes natin. Ano yung mga yan? Simulan ko na sa portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. Okay? So example, ano bang ebidensya na graduate? Transcript, di ba? TOR or transcript of records, di ba? TOR, isa lang din yun, no? Ano pa ba? Di ba? Yung mga ebidensya na wala kang criminal record, kagaya niyan, NBI clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa, meron kang passport, meron kang visa. So you know what I'm talking about. Pag meron kang mga ganung document, all you need to do is just take a picture or scan them and upload it here. It will make your life easier. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, yung mga HR, marami yung mga pre-employment requirements. Sometimes they will ask for your medical clearance. Sometimes they'll be asking for your academic records, di ba? Or sometimes they'll be asking for any other things that will support yung claim ninyo sa mga skills nyo. So, yan yung mga bagay na pampabilis sa pag-a-apply. You put everything there to make it more efficient. Now, some of you are also thinking, sir, how will I stand out? Dami-dami na may aplikante, puro kami fresh grad. More than that, marami pa kami mga kasabayang aplikante na may trabaho na. So this is what I recommend. Okay? For you to stand out, you create a selfie video. And you heard me right. Now, create a selfie video. I do not need how to teach you how to create a selfie video. You guys know how to do a selfie video. You guys are doing TikToks. You guys are doing Instagram. So marami kayong mga selfie video yung ginagawa. But this time, what you need to do is you have to create a video and pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Okay? So, ano mangyayari dyan? Ano yung mga common questions tinatanong sa atin during the interview? Questions like, tell me something about yourself. Why should we hire you? Yan yung mga things na dapat natin sagutin dito sa ating selfie video. The selfie video need not be very long. Ideally, you only make a selfie video for 1 minute or less. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo marami mga videos pa na panilagay, okay lang. Basta wag sobrang haba. Mga 1 minute, okay na yan. Okay? Aside from that, you don't only showcase yung soft skills nyo. Hindi lang siya about communication skills. You also showcase here yung mga hard skills. Some of you might be into, halimbawa lang might be into engineering. No? May nakita ko dati, pinakita niya sa video, how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine. May nakita ko dati IT student. Ang title ng video niya, how to set up a laptop, how to clean computer viruses. O, di ba? May nakita rin ako dyan, mga taga-HRM, mga hospitality management. Title ng video nila dyan, nakalagay, how to fold table napkins, how to set the table, di ba? Yung kubiertos, paano daw ayusin. So, depende talaga kung ano yung mga specialty ninyo, mga specialization nyo, at the same time, ano yung mga skill sets nyo. Pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? So, kung accountancy ka, pwede mo ilagay dyan, how to balance the balance sheet, yung ledger nyo. Di ba? Lagay mo dyan, debit, credit. Again, biro lang. Depende kung anong gusto nyo ilagay, alam niyo na. Okay? Yan yung mga things you take advantage of using the technology. Alright? Now, moving forward, ano pang maganda sa resume link? Meron tayong tinatawag dito na profile picture. Sa profile picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Just follow the ones on the left side of your screen. Nakatingin ka sa camera with plain background, you're good to go. Huwag ka na maglagay ng mga nasa right side ng screen nyo. Yung ganyan mga sample na yan, yung mga selfie, mga look up dyan, side view, diba? Yung mga ginawang avatar, hindi po yan mukhang professional tignan. So never do something like that. Okay? So follow the ones on the left lang. You don't have to spend money on going to the studio para lang sa profile picture nyo. Kahit na tayo ka lang sa likod ng dingding. Tumayo ka lang sa harap ng dingding. Okay? And then you can already use it as your blank background. Okay? Now, isa pang good news, meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Yan, pasintabi po sa matatamaan hindi lahat ng tao ngayon dito ay gifted with writing skills. Kaya nga tayo gumagamit ng mga AI tools, di ba? Marami tayong mga assistants dyan para ma-express natin ang sarili natin because we're not really good in composing yung mga thoughts natin and feelings into words. Now, you can use images right now to showcase your course, yung background mo, or whatever it is that you want to convey na message dun sa HR. Now, look at the examples in front I'm showing you. Okay, simulan natin dun sa taas, yung nasa right side ng screen. Kagaya niyan, ano kaya siya? Sabi niya ba, sir, siguro yung taong yan, clerical administrative course yan, diba? Or business courses. May iba naman nasagot sa akin, sir, yung taong po yan, makalat, diba? Nag-agree naman ako, tingnan mo yung lamesa, ang kalat-kalat na mga gamit. Diba? At tingnan mo na sa kanan, sa kaliwa pala, sa baba. Ano naman siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, that person I think is an eye expert. Some would say ophthalmologist, some would say optometrist, o basta po eye expert. Di ba? So depende po yan. May iba sumagot nga sa akin dati, Optimus. Sabi ko, hindi po yan robot. Okay, tao po yan. Now, another good example pa is this one. Okay, you can also reflect yung pagiging psychology graduate nyo, or maybe you are an artistic person. So depende kung paano to i-interpret or mami-misinterpret nung tumitingin. Okay? So again, you have to be careful, but make sure lang when you create your cover photo, it is something that you are trying to, kumbaga, brand yourself. Okay? So aside from that, tingnan mo itong sample. Ito maganda rin. Hindi po ito member na Akit Bahay Gang. Ang gusto niya ipakita dito is that she pala, in this case, there's no shortcut to success. That is what she wanted to say. Diba? One step at a time to reach your goal. Yan ang gusto niya sabihin dyan. So I'm giving you good examples you can draw inspiration from. Kayo na pong bahala paano nyo gagawin. Na pinakita ko sa inyo magagandang example, magpapakita rin ako ng mga wag nyong gagawin. Una-una, wag ka magpapaka-misteryoso. Ito pong sample na pinapakita ko, wag nyong gagawin kasi hindi malalaman ng HR kung sino ba yung kausap nila. Okay? Member ka man ng LGBTQ community, no problem. Put your picture there para at least alam na HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi natin, interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty rin ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think, babae ako. Pero sa totoo lang, di ba, marami rin ako na-encounter ng mga aplikante, kagaya ng George, Kevin, Sam, Nick, Joey. Ano isipin ko? Isipin ko lalaki. Yung pala, babae. Diba? So you better put your picture there para isa lang na HR who to expect. If you don't put anything, ganyan po itsura niyan. Blanco. So wag ka na umasa na babasahin pa na HR yung information nyo because there's nothing to see. Okay? Now, if you want to catch attention, do not do something like this. This is just my opinion. Okay? Kasi ang dating para sa akin, para siyang tamad, happy-go-lucky, parang wala siyang pakialam sa buhay. Okay? Chill-chill lang. So, this is something that, of course, just my opinion na, do not do something like this. Okay? Now, I leave it up to you how you want to design your cover photo and your profile picture. Basta importante, it reflects your personality at importante, nasisend mo rin yung message across. Now, look at the example here. This is a very good example, si iExpert. All the information you need to see from this person, from this applicant, I think nilagay na niya. Pagmasdan nyo mabuti. Pati yung kanyang attachment sa kanyang document and portfolio section, yung mga patunay na siya isang licensed optometrist. O, di ba? So dito pala nagkakaalaman na kaagad. This is the reason why, if I am the HR, it will make it easier for me to process the applicant. Okay, now some of you are thinking, Sir Kim, okay lang ba na hindi ko muna ilagay yung mga information na yan, tsaka na lang pag tinawagan na lang ako ng HR? Yes, of course, you can do that. No, you can wait for the HR to call you before you start attaching those documents. Pero ito paalala ko sa inyo. Remember, ang kalaban nyo ngayon, hindi lang kapwa-aplikante. Ang kalaban nyo ngayon, oras. Time is of the essence. So, kung seryoso ka sa ina-applyan mo, kung ako lang ito yung mas practical na tip ko. Ilagay mo na lahat na dapat ilagay dyan para magkaalaman na. Huwag mo na antayin yung time na tatawag sa HR para ka palang a-action. Doon ka palang mag-a-attach yung mga document. Because you never know. Habang nag-aantay ka ng tawag ng HR, baka naman may ibang aplikante nag-submit na, nag-attach na, na-hire na, ikaw nag-aantay pa rin ng tawag. O, di ba? If I'm making sense, then this is my tip. Maging seryoso tayo sa pag-a-apply, ilagay mo lahat para pa nagkaalaman, dalawa lang pwede mangyari. Pasado ka or hindi ka pasado. Pag pasado, edi good. You go to the next step. Pag hindi ka pasado, good pa rin. Bakit? At least alam mo na hindi ka pasado doon sa application mo, you can already start to move forward to another company. Kaysa naman yung hindi ka nag-attach ng anything, hindi ka naman tinawagan, hindi mo rin alam ano ba nangyari sa application mo. O diba? Umaasa ka lang din. Okay? So better to put everything there. Now, some people are asking, Sir Kim, pag ginawa ko ba yung resume link, in-attach ko lahat ng information dapat ko i-attach, baka naman yung mga details ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo, baka naman nakalantad na to sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. So paano mo gagawin yan? Look at the screen now and follow my lead. Pag nag-login kayo sa job seeker dashboard nyo, meron dyan tinatawag na settings. Sa loob ng settings, lagay mo dyan yung ResumeLink settings nyo. Okay? Pag click mo yung ResumeLink settings, you now choose which information you want to show or hide in public. Okay? So just for example lang, para lahat tayo nakaka-relate, if you do not want to show your birthday, ano gagawin? Turn off the birthday button. If you do not want to show your address, ano gagawin? Turn off the address button. So whatever information you want to show or hide, kayo ang may full control. Okay? And the good thing here, it's updated real time. Ibig sabihin na real time, if 2 minutes later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, save your profile, lahat na may alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na yung address mo. If 2 weeks later, you decide to show otherwise, then it's up to you. No? 2 months later, 2 years later, kayo bahala kung anong gusto mo idagdag, ibawas. Basta yung last mong sinave sa information mo, sa settings mo, yun ang mag-reflect sa inyong resume link. Okay? Ayos ba? Ayos pa. O sige. So ito, reminder na lang sa mga gumawa ng resume, ano yung first step? First step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Dapat kompleto detalye natin. Okay? Make sure all the details are there. Lalo na po yung contact information nyo. Yan ang pinaka-importante sa lahat. Dapat na-reach out kayo ng mga HR. Okay? And so we go to the last step. The last step is for you to submit. Okay, you're now going to submit your resume link to those companies. Okay, so paano mo isasubmit yung resume mo sa mga companies? Iba-iba pong paraan. Maraming ways to apply. Pwedeng diretso sa kumpanya, pwede pong online, pwedeng referral, ang dami-dami. So lahat po ng options na yan, pwede mong gamitin ang resume link. Isa-isahin ko lang para wala tayong ma-miss out. Una, you can check out your school career portal. Okay, doon po makita ninyo yung Powered by Jobs on 80 na career portal ng school. Nandiyan nakalista lahat ng mga opportunities, lalo na yung mga company partners po ng school ninyo. Aside from that, you can also go to the website of Jobs on 80, which is what I'm showing you now on the screen. Pagpunta mo sa website ng www.jobs180.com, that's jobson80.com na website, here, there is a search bar. Okay, pwede mo dyan i-type yung company na gusto mo hanapin. Now, paalala ko lang. Ang resume link po, hindi searchable. Okay? Ang pwede lang ma-search dito sa search bar, 3 bagay. Company name, position title, at saka location. Yan lang ang pwede ma-search dyan po sa website ni Jobs on 80 na search bar. Okay? So, halimbawa lang po, nag-type kayo dyan ng inyong resume link. Example lang shoutout ako sa mga people by the name Kim. Gaya ko, Kim. Diba? Type mo dyan yung Kim. Tingnan mo anong mangyayari. Sa tingin ko, walang mangyayari. Kaka-check ko lang kanina. Wala talaga. Wala kasing company name, walang position title, tsaka walang location na may word na Kim. Okay? So, the only time you'll be able to see the profile of Kim is if you know the exact resume link of that person. Okay? And same goes with all the other names. Yan. So, try nyo para malaman nyo. Another option for you to apply is to submit through email. May iba sa atin nag-a-apply gamit email, isusulat yung kanilang message, Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Pagkatapos ano gagawin? I-attach yung Canva, yung Word, yung PDF, and whatever file format. Okay? Napaalala ko lang, hindi ko sinabing mali yung ganun. Ang sinasabi ko lang, tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Okay? Pag ganyan pa rin kayo maggawa ng email or mag-submit pala ng resume gamit ang email nyo, ang tawag ko dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach ng anything. Just look at the samples I'm showing you. Look at the sample here on your screen. Type the same email. Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. I-type mo dyan yung resume link mo. antoniojuandelaCruz.jobson80.com. Send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kasimple. The person who will open the email is online. So ano gagawin niya? Kiklik na niya yung link. Tapos pag-click na ng link, it now gets redirected now to your resume link. Na kung saan, ikaw may control what to show or hide in public. O, di ba? Amazing. O, now, if you have other changes in your resume, you don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Kung traditional format yan, ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, I'm sending you my updated resume. Tapos mag-attach ka na naman ng panibago mong Word file or doc file. Tapos pag-print ka na address, Dear HR Manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume. O tapos attach ka na naman ng panibagong attachment. Di ba? So you don't have to trouble yourself. No? Huwag mo na pahirapan buhay mo. Ang gawin mo lang, bigay mo lang resume link mo doon sa kumpanya, doon sa HR, and anytime you update it, malalaman na to nung lahat ng binigyan mo ng resume link nyo. O, di ba? Mas maayos ang buhay, mas maginhawa. O, another thing pa, okay, is for those who wants to print their resume, I have a good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. You heard me right. One page na lang ang magiging resume mo. Okay? So kung gusto mo i-print, hindi ka na mo problema. Ano kaya yung left margin, right margin, header, footer, ano size kaya ng font, hindi mo na kailangan isipin yan. Fill in the blanks, lahat ng information ng laman ng inyong resume link, tapos print. Pagka-print mo, ano mangyari? Pili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So maginhawa na sa buhay. Diba? Maginhawa na sa bulsa pag kayo nagpiprint at isa lang ang page. Lahat ng information nandoon na. Okay? Oh, yeah. Remember, sa kanina pinag-usapan natin, one of the checklists is that you want your information to be secured. If the answer to that question is yes, and you want your information to really be secured, then hear me out. Do not print your resume link. Okay? Do not print those hard copies na Word file, PDF file, Canva. Huwag yan ang gagamitin nyo. Ano gagawin natin? Ito gagawin natin. Gumawa kayo tinatawag na resume link card. Okay, para sa may trabaho na, tawag namin business card. Sa wala pang trabaho, tawag natin resume link card. Okay, anong laman ng resume link card? Ideally, lagay mo lang dyan ang inyong pangalan at ang inyong resume link. You want a little more? Put there your phone number and put there your email address. You want a little more? Put there your school and your course. That's it. Yan lang ang laman ng resume link card nyo. So, paano ka gagawa ng resume link card? You can exercise your creativity. Sa isang pirasong long bond paper or short bond paper, pwede mo ayusin, i-design the way you want it to look. Tapos pag print mo, depende kung gaano kalaki rin o kaliit na gusto mo sa resume link card mo. Pwedeng 4 lang, kasing size ng mga index card, medyo malalaki. Gusto mo medyo maliit na konti, 6, 8, 10, or 12, or maybe 20, 20, di ba? 20 pieces sa isang short bond or long bond paper, pwede na yan. After mo i-print out, you cut them. Gupit-gupit lang. Gupit-gupit, no? Para magmukha siyang resume link card. Yan na yan. Maliit na lang. Okay? And that is what you now give to those companies pag kayo mag-a-apply. Okay? O, yung iba naman sa inyo, nakita ko rin yung mga aplikante sa panahon ngayon with your generation, some applicants will convert the resume link into a QR code. Yan. May iba naman, gagawin nila when someone will ask for the resume, let's say nag-apply kayo, ma'am, pwede mag-apply? Yes, sir, meron pa kayong resume. Ma'am, ano pong gamit nyo? Android po ba or Safari? Nax, ganun, di ba? Pwede ba i-share it ko na lang sa inyo? ganun tipo, di ba? Or i-airdrop ko na lang. Yan, ganun na nangyayari ngayon sa mga environment ng mga nag-a-apply na ng mga aplikante. Pati na rin sa mga companies because a lot of HR people are also adapting to the technology. And besides, sino ba may gusto magbitbit ng sandamakpak na papel na iuwi mo sa opisina? Pagdating mo sa opisina, ano mangyari sa mga papel na yan? It either ends up in the shredder or being used as a scratch paper or sometimes, I don't know, inaanay, tinatambak na lang sa cabinet, sayang lang yung space. O, di ba? So let's be practical na rin. Aside from being earth-friendly, wag na po tayo, you find other ways to make it more efficient. Okay? So use the resume link card. So hindi po ka magalit sa papel, paalala ko lang, I'm just trying to promote ang efficiency natin, not only for security but also for cost efficiency. Now when it comes to the speed of hire, mabilis na yung application kasi kung ano man kailangan attachment, whatever document kailangan ng HR, you can easily attach it there. Kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng hard copy, then no problem. No? You can always choose to print your resume link, 1-column man or 2-column version. Okay? Pero ultimately, ang pinakamaganda rito is yung information mo secured kasi ikaw may control ng privacy settings ninyo. Okay? Ayan. So sa mga gumagamit pa po ng mga hard drive, mga USB para mag-save ng resume, huwag nyo na po gamitin yan. Okay, sa panahon ngayon, the safest way to secure information is to use the cloud. Yan. Sa ulap na lang, sabi nga, sa cloud na lang natin ilagay ang mga data natin. Doon mo na i-back up ang lahat ng information nyo. Dahil pag nilagay mo pa yan sa hard drive, sa USB or saan man, pag yan nahulog, nabagok, diba? Na hatchingan or nabasa, yan, sira na. Wala na. Tapos na lahat ng file. Okay? So shoutout lang ako for those who wants to be part of our team. We are growing. If you're interested to be part of Jobs on 80, just simply look at this link. Check it out, jobson80.com/jobson80, and you're all very much welcome to be part of our team. Also, a shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, we now have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide. Okay, 400 plus schools nationwide, including your alma mater. And this is the reason why we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the people behind this program, because without them, we won't be here sharing this information to all of you. Okay? And I hope it doesn't end here. Okay? Kung meron kayong mga kaibigan or kamag-anak na sa tingin ninyo ay makikinabang dito sa ating ResumeLink na tool, feel free to share it to them. Okay? With all those benefits and features, I'm sure they will be delightful to use this ResumeLink. Ayan. And so, as I close, let me just run through lang some frequently asked questions. Ito madalas kasi mga tinatanong sa atin ng ating mga estudyante or ng mga audience. Una sa lahat, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobson80.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Okay? Yes na yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong resume link mo. Kayo magbibigay nun. Okay? Second question, is it the same as other job platform, kagaya ng JobStreet, kagaya ng LinkedIn, kagaya ng iba pang mga online job platform? The answer is absolutely no. May dalawang major na pagkakaiba po yan. Una-una sa lahat, let me just use JobStreet as an example. Mga shoutout tayo sa mga JobStreet friends natin. Okay? If you're using JobStreet na resume, pwede ka lang mag-apply sa mga kumpanya na gumagamit ng JobStreet. Pag ina-apply mong kumpanya, hindi gumagamit ng JobStreet, hindi mo na pwede gamitin yung JobStreet na resume mo. Okay? Pag gamit mo ResumeLink, pwede mo gamitin kahit saan, kahit na kanino, kahit sa ibang bansa pa, basta alam nila eksaktong ResumeLink mo. Okay? Pangalawang pagkakaiba, kung nabigay mo na ang JobStreet na resume mo sa isang HR, wala ka na pwedeng baguhin. Kaya lahat ng information mo nandun na sa HR. Using yung ResumeLink, pwede mo palit-palitin anytime, real time. Yan ang kagandahan. Okay? For other platform, kailangan may time frame pa. After 30 days, tsaka mo palang pwede siya i-edit. Pero sa Jobs on 80 na ResumeLink, wala na pong ganong time frame limitation. Kahit na ora-ora mismo, palitin mo, it will be reflected real time. Third question is the easiest question. Can I keep my information secured using the ResumeLink? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo, ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform pagdating sa pag-a-apply. Okay, gamitin ng ResumeLink kasi kayo ang may control ng 100% ng privacy settings nyo. Okay? Number 4 question is the most important question. Yan ang pinaka-importanting tanong. Gaano kadalas dapat ina-update ang ResumeLink? How often? The answer is every time you have changes. Okay? Lalong-lalo na ang contact details nyo. And the last question is just a trivia. Ang tanong, bakit siya tinawag na jobs180.com? Kaya siya tinawag na jobs180.com, it's because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And if you're wondering, ba't hindi daw 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, umiikot ka lang. You just go in circle. You'll never go to the direction that you want to go to. Pero kung 180 degrees yan, it is a straight line. Straight line towards your career goal. O char-char lang po yan ha. Wala po itong connect sa feng shui. Okay, so kung may tanong po kayo about Jobs on 80, ResumeLink, at hindi natin masasagot ngayon, just feel free to go here sa info@jobson80.com, like us on Facebook, us on Twitter, Instagram, pati sa TikTok to find out the latest trends in recruitment. Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Sir Kim, for your presentation of how awesome and secure the ResumeLink is. To our audience, go visit your school's career portal or our website to create one now. I've been keeping my ResumeLink since 2014, that's 11 years ago, so I'd like you to create one yourself. And the comment section is open for any questions related to the topic discussed today. While we are waiting for your entries, I wonder if Sir Kim can join me on stage.
Hello. Yes.
Hi, Sir Kim. Those are some awesome tips on how awesome and secure the ResumeLink is. And while we are waiting for our audience to publish their questions in the comment section, I do have some questions to you to get awesome tips on our job application. Sir Kim, what are the common mistakes? Some of the common mistakes that job seekers make during the job searching process, and how can they avoid these mistakes?
Common mistakes, I think as an HR, nabubuking ko yan pag nag-interview ako. One is when they do not research about the company that they're applying for and the position that they are applying to. No? So, yan yung isa. Pag tinanong mo simple question lang, what do you know about the company? They will be surprised for you to ask them. Kasi normally they're anticipating the questions will be towards them. No? So, that's something na you have to do research first. Another thing na isang feeling ko malaking pagkakamali to, common mistake ito, is when they falsify their information. Yan. So any details there, pag falsify mo at nalaman to ng HR, yari. No? So do not do that. I'd rather you just be honest in saying whatever yung reason why you have a gap, example lang in your employment, 'di ba? Or halimbawa lang meron talagang kulang sa skills for certain areas, diba? Or may bagsak ka kasi malalabas naman sa transcript diba? So yan, all these things. So just don't falsify your information. Remember that even if you're putting your best foot forward, put your best foot forward with all honesty. Yan yung key ko dyan. Yun na. Those are the two common tingin ko pinaka never do, when you go to the interview.
Awesome. Thank you, Sir Kim. And I think research Guys, no, sa audience natin, mga nag-aaral pa, I think your research is not over even after you graduate. Kailangan nyo pa rin talaga mag-research. You agree, Sir Kim?
Yes, of course. Education is a continuous process. Di ba? Wag lang tayo mag-rely ng sagot sa mga AI na tools. Sometimes these AI tools are just depending also on whatever is out there, no, for the information. So you also have to process those information. Di ba?
Awesome. And I do have another question for Kim. As job seekers are using their resume link, how can you, what can you say to them to help them get motivated and focused during job search, especially during periods that there are some rejections or disappointments?
Rejection will always happen, no? Hindi lang 'yan sa pag-a-apply, sa lahat, sa pag-ibig, sa buhay, and rejection will always be there. So how do we handle rejections? One, let's face the fact na hindi naman po lahat ng bagay ay para sa atin. No, when we try to apply for those positions, those companies, no matter how easy it is you think, no, the interview went, or parang, uy, panis na panis, no? Sabi nga, yakang-yaka tong interview na to. I'm overqualified, in fact. The reason that you're overqualified is already the reason for for not accepting you. Diba? Kasi nga overqualified ka na eh. So, yan yung isa sa mga things that you also have to accept, no? Continuous lang ang ating paghanap ng trabaho, mahanap mo rin yung para sa inyo. Diba? Yun. There's so many opportunities out there. Don't limit it only within the field of expertise ninyo. Yan yung isa sa mga, sa tingin ko lang, not because you took up a certain course, let's say you're from education, it means that you only have to look for a job within the academic industry. O, diba? So, hindi naman kailangan ganun lang. You can also explore yung iba pang mga industries outside of your specialization. Yan. So, basta importante lang, nandyan yung passion mo, nandyan yung skills mo. I think that's the most important thing. No? You have to have your skills when you're applying to that specific position, regardless of yung background, kung ano yung kung how in-depth yung meron mo rin dun sa item, sa field na yun. Yan.
All right, opening the horizon for more opportunities, no, Sir Kim. Thank you, no? Thank you for sharing those tips. How to our audience, kindly please, if you have any more questions or siguro malinaw na sa inyo yung discussion in Sir Kim's presentation kanina. So I'm not seeing any questions in our comment section, but I do have.
Baka magbigay ng bonus ng points sa kanila pag nagbigay sila ng questions. You never know, di ba? Ibang school ganun eh. Oo, nagbibigay ng mga bonus points.
Well, bigla na lang dumating sa bahay ninyo, no? Pabigay pala ng school kasi you ask a question, di ba? So go and comment your section if you have one. But I do have one last question, Sir Kim, before we go to our next speaker or topic.
Okay.
Have you ever seen, do you have any recall or encounter of a very memorable resume link? And what are the characteristics of this resume link?
Yes, not just one, several, lalo na ngayon, no? Kasi when we started to launch this way back 2012, no, nung ni-launch yung resume link. At that time, some of the students were in fact asking me, "Sir, tama po ba gagawa ng selfie video?" Yan, yung mga tanong nila, parang hindi nila maintindihan ano ang selfie video. Eh, iba naman, nagdaduda talaga sila. Talaga bang selfie video yung sinasabi niyo, sir? So I have to teach them, you create this, you do this, you do that. Ngayon di ko na kailangan kayo turuan, di ba? Alam niyo na kung paano niyo gawin 'yan. Now, some of those very memorable that I encountered sa resume link. Una-una, maganda yung the name of course is a professional name. Huwag kayo gumamit ng mga something na alam mo na mga batang Quiapo, ganun nakalagay, di ba? Tapos .jobs.com. By doing that, maalala rin kayo ng HR, but I don't think it's in a positive way, di ba? So, you want to be remembered in a positive way. Yan yung gusto ko i-highlight right now, the positive side of it. So, first, everything looks professional, yung nakita ko. I will not name the sample na kasi di ako napag-ask ng permission eh. Pero, I was able to, on the onset of opening pa lang the resume link, nakita ko kagad, very professional yung itsura, nakabihis ng maayos, di ba? Hindi yung tipong kung anong picture lang na mailagay dyan. And then there's a little write-up, not too lengthy, no? A little write-up about yung kanyang skills and yung reason why applying. And then when I scroll down, all the information were there. So it's easy for me to get in touch with the person kaagad. Contact details, nandiyan na kaagad. Diba? Social media, nandiyan na kaagad. So ang bilis. Now, what caught really my attention was that when I scroll all the way to the portion of the documents, yung sa may portfolio section, doon niya pinak-connect, kumbaga parang kinonect niya doon yung mga sinasabi niyang mga skills na meron niya, doon sa mga proof na nandoon. So even if sinabi niya doon, alam mo naman tayo, pampaganda sa resume, di ba? You tell the HR, I'm good with this, I won a certain contest, halimbawa, nagaling ako sa spelling quiz bee, example ganyan, di ba? Or I graduated valedictorian in high school, and then magna cum laude in college. So you can say all those things, you can type it. Sa totoo lang, yun nga, the HR will just try to trust you blindly, sabi nga, no, what they're saying. Pero yung ginawa niya, in-attach niya yung mga proof doon sa portfolio and document section. Now, another thing pa is that what he did doon sa kanyang selfie video, he made 3 selfie videos. Yung isa, pero maiksi lang, very very short lang to lahat, mga 30 seconds or less lang to. The 3 selfie videos, yung isa doon simply parang introducing himself. The other one is the parang what makes him stand out among all the other applicants daw niya, considering wala siyang any work experience, and the other one is something that's not connected to the work. Parang something that parang if you want to know more about me, ito yung may other side. Ayan, kunento niya doon yung other side niya, na marunong din pala siya mag-welding, marunong siya gumamit ng mga soldering iron. Imagine this person is a science and technology graduate siya eh. So nasa allied sciences yan. Pero gumagamit ng soldering iron at saka ng ng welding machine. O, di ba nakagulat lang. So yan yung mga things na pick up ko. Yan. So again, utilize this tool to your advantage. Okay?
That's awesome. I want to see that resume link as well to check how more knowledge you meron.
Last permission, sige, para baka magamit next time.
So we have here a question from our student about the topic, and I think this has been answered na already through the discussion. But she did ask, Gwyneth Abigail Platero, she asked, test the online courses that has certification, is it good to input on the certificate?
Definitely, oo. The answer is yes. Anything that you have to support your claims, sa skills mo, sa lahat ng mga achievements mo, you put it there. Yan. Pag kinulang ka, halimbawa lang, not enough kasi sobrang dami. Talagang girl bibo to si Ma'am Gwyneth. Apakadaming mga proof ng kanyang pagiging excellent sa academics, sa extracurricular. What I recommend is you can also put it in a portfolio, and then the link of that portfolio is what you put inside that document section or portfolio section. Parang nakalagay na lang, for references of my lengthy achievements, proof ng mga kung ano man meron, yan, you put in there. Ayun
awesome. Thank you so much, Sir Kim, for your insights and for sharing your knowledge in building the resume link and for job applications. I think we got all of the questions answered already. Again, guys, you can always recap by watching this video again and see what other tips you can get from this discussion. Now, let's move forward to our next topic. Sir Kim, again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ren. I just want to remind them, check out the link that is being scrolled right now. Puntahan nyo yan, no? Schools, may schools.jobs180.com/LSPU. From there, you can create your resume link. And also from there, from that link, you'll be able to see a lot of opportunities. No? So just check them all out and then research and then keep trying. Huwag tayo ma-dishearten pagka tayo ay na-reject. Meron din yung para sa atin. Darating din yan. Okay? So yun lang po. Good luck.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. See you around, Sir Kim. All right. So that's a wonderful discussion about Resume Link and looking for job applications using the Resume Link. Now, on to our next speaker, in which after you have created your resume and you've used your resume for applications, I think it's time for you to prepare for your interviews. And there's a special discussion today about virtual interviews. And this topic will be discussed to us by a representative from ADP Philippines. She has been in the BPO industry since 2007, a former member of the academe, and she has been part of the HR, training, and operations. And upon joining the corporate industry with ADP, she has handled niche and volume hiring and is currently also one of those tasked to manage the hiring platform of the Philippines Talent Acquisition. Wow, that's the Philippine Talent Acquisition. Let's all welcome Ms. Poch Tort, the HR consultant and talent acquisition of ADP Philippines. Ms. Poch, hello.
Hi, Oliver. Can you hear me
Hello.
well?
Yes, I can hear you well. Good morning. And can you Let's work on with your presentation. Can you share it with us now?
Sure. Let
Thank
me
you.
do that very quickly here. 1 second. Hmm. Why is it not working?
How are
Ah,
you doing today, Miss Watch?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
There.
Okay, let's add that on
There.
stage. There you go. Kindly put it up in full screen.
All right. Are you able to see it in full screen?
Oh, I'm only seeing the presentation po mismo, Miss Watch.
Okay. Sige. Let me try that again.
No worries. I'll be okay. Maybe you go the full screen first and then share.
All right. There. Is it working?
Let's see. All right, that's awesome.
All
All
right.
right, so everyone, guys, give Miss Potch your round of virtual applause for our interview tips. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Potch, for your time, and the stage is
Mm-hmm.
yours.
All right, so good morning, everyone. As mentioned by Oliver, my name is Poch. I represent ADP Philippines, and for today, I will be sharing with you a presentation in relation to interview tips. So, I'd like for us to go through this, and then maybe later, if you have questions, we can address those questions with Oliver. So, let's get to it. There you go. All right, so first, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Poch, currently holding the position of HR consultant for ADPPH Talent Acquisition. So, to describe myself, I always say I'm a teacher, a trainer, a speaker, a writer, a performer, a leader, and a learner. And I put the learner last because I also believe that you learn something new every day. Learning is part of growing. If you stop learning, then you stop growing. So that's very important for everyone. Let me also introduce to you the company that I represent, and that is ADP. What is ADP? So ADP stands for Automatic Data Processing. Who we are at ADP, what we do is about people. Although we have a strong history of providing solutions for human resource challenges, we strive to do more than that. We challenge ourselves to anticipate, think forward, and take action in a way that empowers us to shape the changing world of work. For 75 years, actually, we've led the way in defining the future of business solutions. ADP is proud to be named Fortune magazine's World's Most Admired Companies list for the last 14 consecutive years. We are a comprehensive global provider of cloud based human capital management solutions that unite HR, payroll, time, talent, tax, and benefits administration. We are a leader in business outsourcing services, analytics, and compliance expertise. Our unmatched experience, deep insights, and cutting edge technology have transferred human resources from a back office administrative function to a strategic business advantage. So, this is a visual of what ADP is and what ADP does. So, we focus on HCM, that's human capital management. We take care of HR functions for our clients so that they can focus on what they do best. So, if you see in the presentation, you have the ADP client on one side and then the ADPPH associate on the other. And the ADPPH associate takes care of payroll, recruitment, timekeeping, attendance, tax, compliance, system IT, and benefits. We focus on our clients' biggest investment, challenge, and opportunity, which is their people. So think about it this way: if you have a company and you have employees and you have clients, you as a company owner or as a company leader have to take care of both. And it's really hard to balance. And because your employees are your partners, right, you still have to take care of them, even if your clients are the ones that bring in the money. So to do that, you elicit the help of ADP, and ADP helps you out
with that. There. So why do companies and why do potential employees choose ADP? Three reasons primarily. First is growth. ADP is consistently growing globally. Second is stability. Globally, we have been around for 75 years, and locally, we have been around for 15 years. So it says a lot about the growth of the company. It says a lot about how big the company has become, and it says a lot about how stable the company is. And also culture. ADP thrives in a culture of excellence. Our goal is to be able to excel at what we do, which is in HCM, and a lot of people stay because the culture is very friendly and very supportive of employee growth. And by the way, we are located at the Glorieta 2 Corporate Center in Makati. That's our physical location right now. All right, so let's proceed to the topic on hand. Excuse me. Our topic on hand is interview tips. Now, of course, you've heard this often. You've seen a lot of um, modules and probably videos on how to ace an interview. So think of it as me giving you just another perspective. I'm sorry, just another perspective on how to excel in your future interviews. So, bottom line and most important, you have to be prepared. Being prepared is the most important thing in everything that we do. It's been said before, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So, always, always be prepared. So, how do we prepare ourselves? Of course, we do our research. That's the most important thing. And what are the things that we need to research on? First, we need to research on the company. When you apply to a position, you have to know the company that you are applying for. Because if you are not familiar with the company, then you can get caught in a lie, so to speak. So, how do you do that? Before you even apply, when you see the opening on Jobs 180 or you see it online, check the name of the company and research the name of the company. As an interviewer, I like asking one of my first questions to my candidates is, what do you know about ADP? And a thing that I notice is that they would say very vague things like, you are a company that helps clients. And if you think about it, all companies help their clients. But how? Right? You are a company that provides service. Okay, all companies provide services, but what specific service are you talking about? So please do your part. Please research the company that you are applying for. And I know that this will be difficult, especially if you're applying to so many companies, but 5 minutes before your interview with a company, usually you have the time to pause yourself and to get on Google and to check the company. It's very important to know the company because you also have to know if it's a fit with you, if it's a fit with your course, if it's a fit with your values, right? That's one of the things that a lot of people look at right now. Does the company background fit my values? It could be your personal values, moral values, sometimes even your religious values. So check the company. And also, another tip that I can give you is when you do check the company and you are asked the question, what do you know about the company? Please do not give a chat GPT answer, or please do not give a Google answer, or please do not give a memorized answer. Give your employer or give your interviewer an answer wherein it talks about your understanding of the company. Let's say, I understand that your company does this. I understand that your company does that. I believe that your company is skilled at this particular line of business. Don't just give an internet answer because, in my case, especially, I notice this when candidates give me an internet answer, I tell them, okay, that's in Google, but what does that mean for you? So I need to be able to figure out what it means for you so that I know that you understand who the company is that you are applying for. Next, please research the role. It's very important that before you apply for a position, you research the role that you are applying for. Why is this important? First, let's be honest. A lot of roles in the Philippines are given nice titles, but they're not exactly nice positions. So for instance, when you get hired, you will be called a an account manager. And in the old days, when you say manager, you would think people manager, right? But nowadays, it can be a client manager or a business manager or even a task manager. So please research the role, read the job description. If the job description is not available, because sometimes that happens, research the role. There are a lot of job portals out there that allow you to have details in the role. So please research the role so that you will also know that it's a different role than what you are expecting. I'll give you an example. I once had an opening for a design specialist role. So I got different types of applicants. I got digital designers, I got fashion designers, I got system designers, I got IT designers. So I got different types of designers because the role is tagged as design specialist. And to be honest, I can't change the job title because it's a global job title. So since I can't change it, what I did was I put everything in the job description. And so that's when I noticed that some people don't read the job description, that it's actually an advertising design specialist that I was looking for. So again, if you don't read, then there's a possibility that you will apply for a job that you don't want or you are not an expert at. So please research the role. And of course, this sounds weird, but you have to research yourself. How do you do that, right? When you are applying for a job, you are selling your profile. I used to say you are selling yourself, but that doesn't sound so good. So let's just put it that way. You are selling your profile, and your profile is built up of your educational experience and your work experience, and not necessarily actual work. It could be internship work, research work, work outside of school. So even if you technically have zero professional experience, you still have experience, right? So your experiences, your educational background make up for your profile. And you need to know your profile. You need to be able to sell your profile well. And to sell your profile well, you need to be able to research it well. When the resume is sent to the hiring manager or the interviewer, usually we take it at face value. So we ask you guys, okay, you were a secretary for 10 years. What did you do as a secretary? Oh, I don't remember. That was a long time ago. It can't be like that, right? You need to remember what you did. Or, oh, in this particular employer, you were first a secretary and then you became a lead accountant. What's the difference between those two roles? Oh, I'm not sure. I did the same thing. Right? So if you don't research your profile, if you don't do well in explaining your profile, then obviously that's a recipe for failure right there. So please be prepared. Please research the company, research the role, and please research yourself or your profile. If you are applying for a position and your interview will be online, please be prepared for the following. First, know your schedule. Usually, this will be sent via email or via text message. Be reminded of your schedule, put it on your phone, know the time, and know the time, the date, and the time, whether it's in the Philippine time zone or it's in the Western time zone. You have to be able to know it, remember it, so that you will not be late or you will not be absent. Recent example, yesterday, one of my colleagues, she texted the candidate on a Wednesday and said that, hey, we will have your interview on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And the candidate said, okay, talk to you then because it's a virtual interview. Come Thursday morning, the candidate texts my colleague and says, "Hey, I didn't get a call yesterday at 2 p.m." And my colleague was like, "Okay, but today's a Thursday. I texted you on a Wednesday telling you that it will be on a Thursday at 2 p.m. and it's still Thursday 10 a.m. Why were you expecting the call yesterday?" And he was like, "Oh, okay, sorry, I got confused. Talk to you later." So if you don't know the schedule, if you don't put it in your calendar, then either you will miss it or you will embarrass yourself. So please, 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 please know and remember your schedule. Next, if it's an online interview, please charge your device. If it's a phone interview, charge your phone. If it's a virtual interview, charge your laptop, charge your tablet. Make sure the device is on full battery, because the worst thing that could happen is that you are in the middle of the interview and then you will lose power, right? You're talking, you're talking, you're talking, and then bam, you lose it. So the hiring manager doesn't know, okay, did I lose her? Did she quit on the spot? What's going on? So please ensure that you charge your device. Oops. Okay, everyone's there. Next, find a good spot. So it's very important to find a good spot. So what does it mean to find a good spot? Your spot has to be noise free and it has to have strong signal. So imagine if you're doing a call and then suddenly you hear all these noise like cars honking, babies crying, people screaming, motors moving, right? If you have all of these noise, obviously it can distract you and your interviewer from your interview. And very important also to have a strong signal, because similar to charging your device, if your signal is weak, then you can lose the interview on the spot. Or sometimes it's like, "Ma'am, you're choppy," or "Sir, you're choppy," or "Choppy po, wala po ako marinig," right? You have to make sure that you are in a position with a strong signal so that you can be able to accommodate the interview well. Okay. And then finally, it's still important, even if it's an online interview, to dress properly. Okay, so why is it important to dress properly even if it's online? So even if you are just doing the interview online, you need to be presentable, right? Wear a proper shirt. If you want to wear a collared shirt, feel free. This round neck shirt, it's also good. So anything that is presentable, try to avoid, let's say, pambahay looks, right? If you appear to be wearing your pajamas during your virtual interview, then it will take away from the formality of it, right? See, even our virtual monkey is wearing a tie during during his interview in the picture in our presentation. So please be prepared to dress appropriately. I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, but back in the day, there was a joke about newscasters wherein they used to just, because back in the day newscasters did not stand up during news presentations, right? Now everyone's standing up. If you watch TV Patrol 24 Oras Frontline, everyone's standing up, right? But before, they were all seated in the desk and only this part can be seen, so you don't know what's happening underneath, and there's a joke that they're just wearing shorts or underwear underneath. So sure, you can still do that maybe, but just make sure you don't stand up during the interview. So bottom line is you need to dress appropriately. And of course, nowadays, since the world is changing, we're back to being face to face. Just a few tips. If ever it's an in person interview or a face to face interview, if you get a chance to be required to do that, first know your schedule and know the venue, especially if you're applying for a company with different sites. You have companies that have a ton of sites. I used to work for a company back 12 years ago, wherein they had locations in Makati, in Alabang, in Quezon City, in Manila. So if you don't know which branch you are going to, you may end up being late, right? So know your schedule and the venue, because again, some companies may have several locations. Be on time. This also works with virtual interviews, but for face to face interviews, very important to be on time. No excuse. You have to be there. If you can be there 15 minutes before, please do that as well. And of course, dress appropriately. If earlier we had the half picture of the monkey, this time we have the full picture of a man. He's head to toe dressed up. So if you will be going into a face to face interview, please fully dress up and not just the top portion because it would be embarrassing to just be dressed up on top and not at the bottom. So I'm sure you get that. So, when it comes to your interviews, whether it be virtual or in person, just remember to kiss, keep it short and simple. What does that mean? When we are asked questions, it's better to simplify our answers. If we have a tendency to ramble or to keep on going and to keep on adding words or adding explanation, sometimes it's not a nice thing. Although, of course, you have to have a balance, right? It can't be super short either. So make sure that your answers are simple, are understandable, and if the hiring manager would like for you to expound, you will be asked to expound. So maybe if you're asked an answer, keep it to 1 to 2 sentences, but if it needs more context, then feel free to add. And then, of course, it's very important to be comfortable during interview situations. In a virtual interview, you have only this showing, right? So anything that's happening down there is something that they won't see. So if you're the type who likes to scratch your leg during an interview, then that's okay. You can do that. If it makes you comfortable, scratch your foot if it makes you comfortable, so long as it's not seen, right? Of course, it's a different animal if it's a face to face interview. You have to be super proper from head to toe, right? But find ways to make yourself comfortable. If you're the type who wants a squeeze ball, right? Have a squeeze ball, just hide it under your desk while you do your virtual interview. And in a call, sometimes not even all interviews are via video, right? Some interviews are just via phone. So I tell my candidates sometimes, hey, you can, if you're nervous, you can lie down, you can lie on your stomach. I won't see you anyway. Do things that will make you comfortable. But then again, of course, when you already do the job, those are things that you can't do anymore. So it's just a way to like shake off the nerves. But bottom line is make yourself comfortable during your interview. All right, so as we close our presentation, I'd like to share with you career opportunities with ADP PH. So, our current ADP openings, we have openings for analyst, specialist, coach, consultants, team leads, managers, and directors. I forgot to add interns. We are also looking for interns. So, how to reach us? ADP Careers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and also hashtag work happy. We don't, I don't know, do people still do hashtags now? I'm not sure. This was from 5 years ago, so it's still there. And then you see there, those are actually ADP employees. So that guy in pink, I work with him. That girl in black, I work with her. So those are actual ADP employees. Oh, that guy in yellow, I work with him too. All right, there. And of course, please visit our page job on Jobs 180. So www.jobs180.com/ADP. I mentioned the internship openings. The internship opening is posted there. Please do apply. We are looking for HR interns that require 600 hours and more. So we're looking for long-term interns. So please do feel free to apply if you're interested. We're hoping to have interns start with us by January after the Christmas break. So if you are interested, visit that page, click on our internship link, or and we will work on processing you. Just make sure that you have your sorry, school agreements, MOA, and all of that. Okay? And that's it. Oliver?
Thank you so much, Miss Posh, for very neat tips on how to ace interviews. And we know how nerve-wracking interviews are, especially for fresh grads, but the tips that you shared really are very helpful. So, guys, the comment section is open for any questions related to the topic discussed. And while we are waiting for your entries, I do have some questions that we can talk about. Miss Poch, and let's talk about some real life and recent scenarios, surviving interviews. And Miss Watch,
Sure.
I do have a question here. I wonder about your thoughts here. What's your favorite interview question to throw to a candidate?
Um, I I don't like those weird questions like describe the color blue to a blind person. I don't ascribe to that anymore. 10 years ago that was the trend. My only favorite question is what do you know about my company and why do you want to apply to my company? Well, not my company, like the company that I represent. Again, it tells a lot about the research of the candidate. It tells a lot about the level of interest of the candidate. If you have a candidate who's just applying for the sake of applying, they definitely will not be able to answer that question well. But if you have a candidate who's really interested in the position, excuse me, interested in the company, then that's a good question to ask because that's a way that you will know that they actually did their research. Second to that is why do you want the position that you are applying for? So those two.
Awesome, awesome. And I think that's also related to how relationships work, right? In the beginning of the relationship. If you want to, yung panliligaw section, di ba? Yung
Yes.
portion doon, di ba? So
Mm-hmm.
when you try to start to know, get to know the person, it's really best to get to know the person, just like how you should get to
Mm-hmm.
know the company that you're applying to. Thank you so much for that, Miss Poch. And I hope the audience are also relieved to know that the trend of asking weird questions are now over. That's
I
number
think
10.
so. I work with a team of 7 recruiters. I don't think any of them ask those anymore, but a lot of my teammates they really drill down on the resume details. So whether or not you have work experience, like work experience as they call it, if you have internship experience, we can ask you questions about that, like, hey, Oliver, you were an intern for Jobs 180 for 2 months. What did you do during that internship? And they would be like, oh, nothing. I was just there. Like, okay. So 2 months of internship, you were just there, right? So focus that's really the trend now. It's really drilling down on the details. I guess it's also because we want to check if their experience is really your experience in the advent of chat gpt resumes, right? Or in the advent of fake resumes, fake profiles, and even fake interviewees. For instance, there's an example that we had wherein we had a virtual interview with a person, but they made another person go through the interview on their behalf. So, fraud, right? That's fraud. So, nowadays, you think, okay, I'll send my friend to do my interview because she's very good at those weird questions. But really, when it comes to the profile, that person doesn't know anything. So, it's really all about drilling down on the profile right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's very objective to drill down in the profile during interviews. Ms. Poch, I do have a question from one of our audience. I think this is also a question from Gwyneth. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
discussion again, Gwyneth. She is also the parang nag-ask din kanina about this. Let me show her question here. Good morning,
Yes.
ma'am. I hear that some of the face-to-face interviews have some hidden tests during the interview,
Mm-hmm.
like how an applicant do a handshake, or if the interview asks if they want water or coffee. They should do water because as it is rude to make the interviewer have to brew a coffee. So do these kind of situation happen in real life, like those tests?
Ang sosyal naman ng may brewing ng coffee. Parang first time kong narinig yun. We have a coffee machine in the pantry. You get your 3-in-1 there, you push a button, that's it. Social naman ang mag-brew ng coffee. No, but to address Gwyneth's question, in a face-to-face interview, I think hidden tests are unfair. I honestly think those are unfair. Any test should be on the merit of the resume. However, Gwyneth, we cannot remove bias. There will always be bias. Even you, even me, we all have our biases. And if the bias is based on the handshake, if the bias is based on what they want to drink, maybe that is part of the fault already, the humanity of the interviewer. But I would not want to call it a hidden test because it's unfair to call it a hidden test. Call it a bias. Everyone has a bias. In relation to asking for water or coffee, I mean, it's only proper to ask. I think always just say no, I'm fine. Say no, I'm fine. Let's proceed. It may be distracting to have a drink during the interview, and I think this is more of a Western standard, like in movies or in Western interviews. But in the Philippine setting, we can't afford to brew coffee. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We can afford it. I'd be too lazy to do it. I will tell you to go to the pantry to get a 3-in-1. You know, the machine is nice. So there. I hope I answered that question. Just remember for everyone, I guess, all interviewers are human. Interviewers are human. They have biases too. And you have to work against that bias by making your profile strong. There.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Miss Posh. And Gwyneth, I hope that answers your question and sana hindi na maging parang movie ang iyong interview with those scenarios. Thank you for that. Miss Posh, I do have one last question before we proceed to the next speaker of the topic.
Sure.
I think this is something that... oh, sorry. Meron pa palang isang question from...
Go lang.
Okay. All right. So, from
Marizen?
Marizen Pompa, after the interview, it is said that applicants should always ask employers question. What are the possible sample questions that we can ask to employers?
Okay. That's a school of thought. There's a school of thought that that applicants should always ask questions. I am personally not a believer of that. You don't. It's not a should. It's not a must. But if you want to, please ask. If you need to, please ask. And best questions that you can ask, again, it's a matter of whether you're really interested in the role. Because if you're really interested in the role, you will ask. But if it's a question of should, up to you, I think. What questions would you want to ask? Ask more about the role. I read in the job description that the role is like this. Can you enlighten me more on what I'm supposed to do? Right? Or you can also ask about the team size. So the job description is there, but you don't know how many people you will be working with. Will I be working with a small team or with a large team? Will my role be virtual or will my role be hybrid or will my role be on site? Do I have a boss on site or do I have a virtual boss? Right? Those things are important because it shows your interest in the role. But again, if it goes back to whether you should ask a question, I think you ask a question if you're really interested in the role because it tells the employer whether or not you really want the job. That's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Ms. Poch. Thank you. And I always share to our audience whenever I talk about interviews, the answers should always be intentional. And that intention is because you want to be in that post.
Yes, that's correct.
Right? So whatever you do in interviews, be intentional. And I think that's it. Ms. Poch, you have expounded everything. And being an expert in your field, I really believe that our audience have learned a lot from you. And again, thank you so much, Ms. Poch, for your time today. I'm really happy that you are here with us. And we hope to see you in more events that we have with our partner schools.
Thank you, Oliver. Thanks, everyone.
All right, everyone, give Ms. Poch a round of applause, virtual applause, and may we see each other soon. Bye, Ms. Poch, and thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening and tuning in and for continuing to listen. We have another set of speaker for this segment, and I hope you learn a lot on how you can deal with interviews. And here is something in the next topic that can help you know what employers are looking for, the skills that they are looking for you. So in the interviews, it's part of the skills that you do, and Ms. Poch has really expounded in that topic, and I really admire how she discussed that. Now, another admiring topic that we can learn from are the top skills that the employers are looking for, and this will be delivered by one of our partners, and he is a graduate of banking and finance at Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He has a background in banking, litigation companies, and BPO operations. With over 15 years at the Makati Medical Center, he is known for his strategic, data-driven leadership, and strong focus on patient-centered service. Let's all welcome, let's give him a virtual applause, MMC's Vice President and Service Operations to discuss with us the topic top skills employers look for when hiring. Sir Ray, please take the stage.
Hello, Oliver. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the segment. And I wonder if your cameras and mic are ready. I don't think I see you here. Or maybe it's just a lag on my end. But I can hear you definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Can you put up your okay, I got here your presentation.
Yes.
There it is. All right. So everything is good. Your camera, your microphone, and then your presentation is here. So I want to give you the floor to help us know the top skills employers look for. Let's give it up for Sir Ray. Sir Ray, you can take the stage.
Thank you, Oliver. Good morning, LSPU students, also some guests, and also to the speakers. So before I begin, let me ask you something. So if getting your first job was a video game, so anong level na kayo ngayon? Anong readiness nyo na? Nasa level 1, level 2, or loading pa lang? So today, I'm here to give you the cheat codes. Not kind that break the game, but ones that help you with it or help you win it. Because in real life, getting hired is not about luck. So it's about knowing the right moves, the right skills, the right strategies that employers are looking for. So today as your guide in unlocking your hidden skills, boosting your XP, and claiming your first big achievement, which is your first job. So let me start with the cheat codes. Alam natin, bawal ang cheating sa school, di ba? Pero in outside world, you need cheat sheets, you need cheat codes in order for you to gain life or gain extra life. With the topic that assigned to me, let me help you understand what are the employers really need or really want, what they are looking for on new employees. So I hope from noob, you will be somehow be a warrior, an elite, master, or even a mythic after our discussion. So feel free to ask questions after my presentation, and it's free. So let's start. So just a reality check. So what employers see in fresh graduates? Actually, what we are seeing is more on the talent gap. So what comes with the talent gap? So talent gap is the difference between the skills the employers need and the skills that fresh graduates have. In short, companies are hiring but can't find the right skills. Fresh grads are applying but don't always match the requirements. So imagine this. You learned everything about driving in a simulator. But on your first day of real driving, there's traffic. The jeepneys are cutting you out. Motorcycles appear out of nowhere. People are crossing the street even there's a red light, di ba? So suddenly you realize real world feels nothing like what you've practiced. So that is the talent gap. So they studied, you graduated, but when they enter or when you enter the workplace, it's a whole different game. Companies are changing faster than schools. We have AI, new systems, remote work. Some schools are struggle to catch up. Job requirements sometimes change or evolve every 6 to 12 months. And also, behavioral skills are rarely taught in schools. These are communication, professionalism, teamwork, customer handling, and time management. Workplace realities aren't always experienced in school. So some of the talent gap that I want to give you an example. For example, you've been interviewed and then you've been asked, how are you familiar or how are you, the Excel? Or how do you know the office tools? So the employers are expecting, the formulas, how to filters, how to do pivot tables. But from the student's perspective, alam lang nila magpasok o mag-enter ng data or mag-create ng sum sa Excel. So that's really a talent gap. Another one, they can speak English, but they cannot write a professional email. Another one, they graduated with honors, but they cannot communicate effectively or confidently. And then sometimes, this is the most laging na experience namin. We ask them how are that the applicant told us that they are tech savvy. They are only tech savvy in TikTok, but they are very confused using basic office tools. So they cannot attach a file in Outlook. So why you guys needs to know this? Because the talent gap is the reason fresh grads struggle when you get hired. Even though you are smart, you have degrees, you have potentials. Employers need skills. Fresh grads need awareness. So knowing that this talent gap is the first step to close it. So let's do a deep dive on what are the skills employers look for. First is the most important, which is the communication skills. If you cannot communicate, you cannot level up. Communication is the ultimate starter skill. It's your basic sword you get at the very beginning of the game. So you can finish any quest without it. So what are these communication skills? Not just speaking it English fluently. So first is the clarity. Say what you need to say. Not too long, not too short, like giving a quest update, direct and complete. Next is confidence. This is not the malakas ang loob, ha? This is more on I know what I'm saying because I am prepared. Next is the professional writing. This is more on email, chats, and also creating reports. This is your text-based dialogue in the game. Example. This is how the people judge your character. Next is active listening. Active listening is still part of the communication skill. So hindi lang siya oral or written, but also listening. Okay? If you don't listen, you keep failing in the quest because you didn't read the instructions. And lastly, the tone control. There's a difference between sounding professional versus pasigaw versus pa-cute or versus napilitan lang. So there's some of the cheat codes that you need to improve your communication skill. First, before you speak, save your game. The meaning of this, you think first, plan your words, and don't rage send messages. Huwag masyadong mainit ang ulo or mainit ang ulo pag magre-reply. Second, upgrade your vocabulary. 1 word per day, a tip. You don't need to try or look for deep words. Just use the right words. Another tip or another cheat code is use the 10-second rule. Before replying in meetings or messages, pause, think, then speak. Another one is avoid NPC energy. What's meaning of NPC? The non-player character. Huwag yung sagot mo laging, po, sige po, ano po yun ulit? Hindi ko po nakuha. If you don't ask question, people will assume that you didn't understand. And lastly, practice talking to an actual humans. Not just online, not just GC, not just voice notes. Talk to real people. It builds your confidence. If you want a job, speak like someone who's ready for the job. Communication is not just a skill. It's your first major cheat code in adulting mode. The next is critical thinking and problem solving. You don't just run in, just press all the random buttons when you're playing a game and hope you win it. Right? So you stop, you observe, you plan, you attack intelligently. That's exactly what critical thinking solving in the workplace. So what the employers want or looking for an employee. So we're looking is more on the ability to read the map. Before taking action, strong candidates must understand the situation, read the context, check the facts, and ask the right question. So in gaming, you check the map. At work, you check the data. Next, the skill to find the weak spots. Problems always have a root cause. Fresh grads who can identify the real issue, not the symptoms, are extremely valuable. So sa gaming, you can find enemy weak point. At work, you find the root cause using the tools like 5 Whys. Third, the habit of testing strategies. Solvers try solutions, test results, and adjust. So apply natin sa gaming, you try different combos, you try different strategies until it works. At work, you suggest options, evaluate the outcomes, and improve. Fourth, the ability to stay calm when HP is low. Critical thinkers really don't panic, so they stay logical even under pressure. Employers love people who can say, okay, let's step back and what will be our next move or our best move. Not, sir, ma'am, may sunog po. Okay? So next is the power of strategic thinking. Not just solving now, but planning ahead. Sa game, you save the potions, di ba? You plan your upgrades. You anticipate your next boss or your next kalaban. At work, you think long-term. Solve the problem before they explode. So what employers notice immediately when we're doing an interview or when the new employees got hired? So they are the ones who ask smart questions, analyze before acting, they suggest practical solutions, they're calm, they think strategically. So these people are promoted faster, they are even trusted more, then they are being seen as a leaders without a title. Another code is the adaptability and willingness to learn. So this is one of the most important in the workplace. So in school, you level up every semester, di ba? But in the real world, you level up every week or every day actually. So because the players who survive at the workplace are the ones who can shift fast and update themselves constantly. So what employers mean by adaptability and willingness to learn? Employers expect fresh grads to adjust for new rules, processes, and tools. They need to learn fast, even without being spoon-fed. They are calm when things there's a sudden change. They accept feedback like a pro. So that's the ability and willingness to learn. Next is the teamwork and collaboration. This is how well you work with people. So think of the workplace like a massive online multiplayer game. So kahit gaano kalakas yung solo player, you will always need a team to defeat the bosses, finish the quest, and the win the campaigns. Teamwork this is the party mode cheat code. Okay, the party mode cheat code. It helps you unlock faster in achievement because someone has skills that you don't have. Someone covers your blind spots and someone boosts your performance. And you also boost theirs. In real workplaces, the hero is not always na magaling mag-isa. The hero is the one who helped the whole squad to win. There's no job is purely solo. Even coding, laboratory work, kahit ikaw yung nag-draw up ng blood, it's still a teamwork. It's still a collaborative effort of everyone. Teams solve problems faster than individuals. Kaya nga sabi nila, there's no I in team. Group IQ is higher than individual IQ. Science yan. Good teamwork, less conflict. Fresh grads who can work with different personalities really stands out. Companies promote the people who can collaborate. So, in real life translation, pag may conflict ka, you don't rage quit, you communicate. You have to give credit to your teammates. You ask help when needed. You avoid the silo mode mindset. And also, you support the team during crunch time. The next skill or cheat code is the professionalism and work ethics. This is more on the reputation score in the video game. So yan yung sabi natin RP. And why professionalism matters in a workplace. First impressions, this is the permanent save file. Your behavior during your first weeks gets saved in your boss memory. If you come late, you deliver half-baked reports or work, you complain often, that becomes your default character setting. Attitude is better than skills. It is always attitude is better than skills. Companies or your boss or your mentor can train you in terms of your skill. Companies cannot fix bad attitude. This is like having a high HP but terrible armor. You won't last long. Work ethics, your hidden stats. If you don't see them in your resume, okay, but employers feel them every day. So, hindi naman na ilalagay nyo dun yung punctuality nyo sa resume nyo, di ba? So, we will feel it. Your employer will feel it. The punctuality, the respect, your integrity, your consistency, and your ownership of mistakes. These hidden stats determine whether you level up or you will stay at level 1. This is new, which is the digital literacy and tech savviness. In 2025, the digitally capable is now basic. Before it's premium, now it's just basic. In today's workplace, being medyo marunong sa tech is not enough. Okay, employers want someone who can smoothly navigate digital tools without panicking, freezing, or rage quitting when sometimes have glitches. Think of this way. So in games, you don't survive in default weapons, diba? You need upgraded gear, special items, or fast reflexes. So in the real world, your gear is your digital skills. So what are these? So these are the office tools proficiency. This is the basic and intermediate. This is the Word or the documents for your clear reports. Excel sheets for basic formulas and tables. You have the PowerPoint or Canva for clean and professional slides. You have your email etiquette for your communication that don't look like a group chat. This is your level 1 equipment. This is all non-negotiable. Also, you have to have the ability to learn new system fast. Every company has its own. This is not being taught in the school. The HIS for the Hospital Information System. We have the ERP, which is the Enterprise Resource Planning. We also have the CRM for Customer Relationship Management. We have the HRIS for the timekeeping, leave filing, and payroll. Employers love fresh grads who say, give me 1 to 2 days. I'll learn this. That's the fast learner buff that you get to be promoted early. Okay. Now, this is new also, the basic AI literacy. AI is the new party member every company wants you to know how to use. Not to replace your job, but to level up your efficiency. So for example, there's on drafting emails, we have the Copilot in Microsoft, creating reports, we have the Chat GPT and other AI tools, analyzing data, preparing presentations. AI is your support character. You still make the decision, it will boost your speed and your efficiency. Next is the online professional etiquette. Yes, this is a skill. Okay, online professional etiquette. What are this? Your Zoom camera, okay, on when it needed. Okay, your professional virtual background. Okay, you have a clear mic. Know how to share the screen. Okay, responding to the time in chat. This is your online multiplayer behavior. Not toxic chats, no ghosting on your team. Okay, that's your professional etiquette. So, just again a tip. Okay, try this line during the job interview. So, when you're being asked, you can tell the interviewer, I'm comfortable learning new systems quickly. I am enjoying exploring tools that I make my work more efficient. Okay, the sentence alone signals you're not afraid of the tech or the change or the new system. You are adaptable and you are employer ready. Okay, we are now on the seventh, which is the customer service mindset. This is valuable in all careers, not only on the service industry. Even you're not applying for a customer service job, surprise, every member still looks for this. Why? Because no matter what role you take, you deal with people. And people remember you made them feel more than anything else. So why this is important? Imagine every customer, patient, coworker, or your customers, even your boss has an invisible health bar above their health. So when you talk to them, you either you add your HP or lose your HP because of your strong customer mindset means you're consistently add HP, not to drain it. So, what are the some of the customer service mindset? This we have three core buff. First is the empathy. Understand where the other person is coming from, even they are difficult. So for the employer POV, can this person talk to the clients, the patients, to their coworkers without causing drama or complaints? That's the first question of an employer. Next, patience or lag resistance. Not everyone loads information as fast as you. Some customers have slow Wi-Fi. So, you must not rage quit. Okay? So, wag masyadong mag-react kung medyo mabagal. Okay? Everything, when I telling my team, when you're talking to the customers, think or talk to them like you're talking to someone who is a kinder. Okay, because they don't know our process, they don't know our services, so you have to teach them. Next is solutions oriented. Don't say, ma'am, hindi po pwede. In a customer service world, you say no to the customer. Instead, you have to say, ma'am, here's what I can do for you. So what are the employers looking for to the new hires or to the for a new employer? You have to stay calm, even the client is emotional. Do you give clear and respectful answers? Do you resolve issues or not escalating them? Do people want to talk to you because you're pleasant? And this is the premium skill. Humans with bad customer service get replaced by AI now. Humans are amazing customer service are getting promoted. Our eighth code is the leadership potential. This is the companies looking for the future. So employers are not just hiring employees. They are hiring future leaders, future supervisors, future project heads. Leadership potentials is the cheat code that tells employers this one can level up fast. It is not being bossy. It's not about being loudest. It's about being reliable, proactive, and responsible. So even when you're no one is no even though there's no one is watching. So what leadership we are looking for? First, initiative. Leaders don't want for instruction at all time. They see the problem, they suggest solutions. They see something lacking, they fill the gap. That's not my job, it's an automatic debuff. So let me help with you, or let me help with that. So that's a big yes for, or thumbs up for us. Responsibility. Own your mission. If you make mistake, admit it, learn from it, fix it, and do better next time. Okay, leaders don't blame teammates or the system. They own the quest. Next is influence. Do they need a title to influence the people? If your attitude, your discipline, and your actions inspire others, you're already leading. So parang sa game yan, di ba? Pag naglaro kayo ng ML, di ba? Your teammate says, guys, regroup tayo. So the team actually listens. Calm under pressure. Leaders don't panic when things go wrong. They step back, analyze, and guide the team. During crisis, others look left, others look right, but everyone looks to the person who remains calm. That's the leader. Next is the growth mindset. This is a continuous upgrade system. Leaders never say, I'm good enough, I know everything, I'm done learning. They always ask, what can I do better next time? Ninth, cheat code is the time management and organization. So you deliver outputs on time and under pressure. So some players panic, spam bottoms, and die early. So others plan, time their moves, win more with less effort. So employers want the second time, or the second type, which is a plan, time their moves, and win more with less effort. So why employers value this skill? Because in the workplace, we have a lot of deadlines. Bosses turning to final bosses. So sila yung magiging kalaban mo kasi because of the deadlines. Task, there's a lot of quests, unlimited hours. There's a timeline, okay, on delivering the reports, delivering the output of the project. So there's a lot of meetings, which is unavoidable cutscenes. If you don't manage your time, you get overwhelmed. You miss the outputs, break the party synergy. So fresh grad who is organized instantly becomes a reliable team member, someone others want on their squad. Next is the culture fit and values alignment. So are you aligned with the values of the company? So you just don't pick randomly. You pick that one that matches your play style, values, and strength. So workplace are the same. Different companies have different cultures. Some are fast-paced, some are strict and structured, some are creative and chill, some are service-focused, some are very hierarchical, and some are different, really different. So if your value match with the company values, you level up fast. If you force yourself to the wrong culture, you lose your HP every day. You get burnout. So why employers care about the culture fit? Because skills can be trained. Attitude and values, again, not so easy. Company ask, will this person respect the way of working? Will they collaborate well with our team? Does this person uphold integrity? Will this employee stay long-term or quit after 2 months? Culture fit equals lower conflict, smoother teamwork, and longer employment. So the common company values, okay, think of this like your character attributes, okay? So first is integrity. This is the honesty or doing the right thing. Respect or professionalism. You have the service, customer, and patient focus. Excellence, doing your best. Teamwork, this is collaboration. Accountability, owning your task. humility, willingness to learn, and adaptability, open to change. When your values match theirs, everything feels natural. So, the gap between school and real work. So, grade matters, but not as much as skills. So, it also experience and then soft skills. So, in school, you play the game in story mode. Just like the rules are clear, instructions are given, quest lines are predictable, you know exactly what to do to get a high grade. So you submit a project, you pass the exam, follow the syllabus. But when you enter the workplace, it's different. You switch to the open world mode. Suddenly, there's no syllabus you have to follow, no teacher telling you the exact answers, no due dates written in the chalkboard. And yes, the challenges level up fast. So this is the one of the talent gap, the difference between what you learned in school and what the companies expect you to do in the real world. And not one bonus skill, okay, or cheat. This is the resilience. In every game, you don't win in the first try. Okay, if you fall into a lava, you get eaten by a monster or snipped by the boss, or you respawn. That's resilience. It's the ability to bounce back, stay in the game, keep trying, no matter how difficult the level gets. Why the employers value resilience? Employers hire fresh grads not because we expect them to be perfect, but because we expect them that they are more coachable, teachable, willing to continue despite the failures. Resilient employees don't quit when the job gets hard, don't get discouraged by correction or feedback, can handle pressure without breaking, recover fast from mistakes, and stay professional even during stressful moments. Can adapt to changes, new bosses, new changes of the processes, new work system, new roles. So in short, don't rage quit on day one. So don't quit on day one. That's the message. So what makes resilience a power skill to the fresh grad? Fresh grads who are resilient are easier to train. They have better attitude. They stay longer in the companies. They grow faster, become supervisors earlier, handle stress better than others. And for employers, resilience is equals to low risk and high potential. Another reality check. What employers don't like? Ito yung mga entitled person. So, entitlement, gusto ka agad mataas ang sweldo. Sorry for the slide. Okay, this is very common. Fresh uh, first day, second day, or fresh graduate pa lang with 2 weeks experience, pero expectation parang 10 years na. Okay, na manager pa. Guys, real talk. Your salary grows with your value, not with your birthday. Poor attendance. This is the easiest way to lose trust. If you can show up on time, employers think, how can you handle big responsibilities? And then the pwede na mindset? No. This is the workplace version of mediocrity. Kung sa school may mahala na, sa trabaho, performance evaluation, at minsan memo pa. Companies look for excellence, not pwede na. You know, initiative, yung tipo na tao na naghihintay ng 17 approvals bago gumalaw. Employers love people who take actions and hate people na, ay, akala ko hindi na kailangan. Okay? Easily offended, no resilience. Modern workplaces need people who can handle feedback. If may konting comment, na hurt na. Okay? The job won't feel like job if you feel like heartbreak araw-araw. Kung meron ka nakikita na parang slide, sa mga slide nito na uy, parang ako yan, don't worry, may pag-asa pa kayo. This talk is literally your cheat code para hindi kayo mag-game over on your first job. Okay? So just some tips lang during the job application. So Keep it clean, simple, and correct. Focus on skills and your achievements. And for your interview tips, so practice the common questions. So Miss Poch a while ago teach us on how to answer interview questions and some tips, given some tips. So you have to also use the STAR method, which is the STAR method. This is the combo move. Okay, this is the situation, task, action, and result. Okay, this is your special attack, kumbaga. So ito yung S is what happened. Okay, anong nangyari? T, your task, anong role mo? A, anong ginawa mo, which is the action, and R, anong naging result. And lastly, you have to build your confidence and respect. This is your character aura. Okay, when doing interview, you have to sit straight, smile, and eye contact, and be respectful. These small things show that you're ready in the workplace. So the interviewers or the employers feel this immediately. Okay, some workplace tips. Be on time, listen more, give concise and direct answer, and then seek feedback. Okay, just to give the summary about the reality check of the cheat code. So first, cheat code is skills in school. Guys, let me give it to you straight. Schools give you knowledge, but employers look for skills. Communication, professionalism, problem solving, accountability, these aren't always taught in school, in class. Okay? They are matter in every job. This is why some people with high grades struggle at work while average students end up excelling, because the real world rewards skills and behaviors, not just an exam scores. Think of think of it like a game. School is a tutorial mode. Work is the real battle. So, grade mo ba ang nakikita sa first day ng trabaho mo? Pero nakikita doon, attitude mo kagad. Another cheat code, bosses want players who can adapt fast. Knowing the theory is good, but workplace change it every day or every week. Your future boss will value more if you can adjust as fast as you could. How perfect your academic answers were. In real life, you deal with pressure, sudden changes, difficult people, and unexpected problems. And one of these were included in your quiz modules. Quick learners shine. Slow adapters struggle. So imagine you're in a game. The map keeps changing. The player who adapts wins, and the one who memorized the last week will remain. Another one is effort plus attitude. It's your XP boost. If the two applicants who have the same diploma with the same school, okay, graduate from the school, but the better attitude wins. Okay, so employers love people who are volunteer to help, show up prepared, accept feedback, and are respectful kahit pagod na. Cheat code number 4 is the strongest stat is the learning speed. If you don't need to know everything. You just need to learn that. Workplaces evolve like patches in the game. So may monthly updates yan. If you're curious, coachable, and willing to try new things, you will thrive. But if you resist the change, yung mga ayoko niyan, hindi ako sanay, pwede naman dati, but ngayon babaguhin, you will stuck in the tutorial mode forever. So in real life, the fastest learner becomes the MVP, and this is the one who gets promoted faster. And for the last cheat code, honestly, this is the most important one. Okay? Your degree opens the door. Your skills and attitude determine how far you will go. Companies today are not hiring perfection. We are hiring potentials. And that potential is you. So you might think, sir, wala pa po akong experience. But the real advantage is not the experience, guys. Your advantage is your open mind, your energy, your willingness to learn, and your drive to get better every day. So remember, always remember this: your diploma gets you inside the building, but your work ethic, your character, and your consistency, that what makes takes you to the top floor. So with this, I would like to invite everyone. You can visit or you can go to the www.jobs180.com, Makati Medical Center, if you want to join us in Makati Medical Center. So guys, Makati Medical Center is not looking only for clinical jobs or clinical graduates, but we're also hiring corporate individuals such as me. I'm not a clinical person. I graduated as a banking finance in Polytechnic University of the Philippines, but I'm here in Makati Medical Center. So you can go to the website, to the link of jobs180.com, Makati Medical Center, and join us in here in Makati Medical Center as one of the best employers in the country, being awarded in the business world and also in Inquirer. So again, my name is Ray Lim. I'm the Vice President of the Service Operations Division from Makati Medical Center. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Ray, for the inspiring and relatable talk. I love how you relate yung gaming strategies natin to develop the top skills employers are looking for. And it made me wonder, how awesome is your gaming setup kaya? So guys,
because we know that we have a lot of millennials, Gen Z here, and we are relating with that. We always relate that in terms of the mobile gaming. Actually, we have competition here in Makati Medical Center, mobile games tournament. So if they will be joining in, baka yung mga gagaling mag-Mobile Legends yan, makasali din sa tournament namin. We have here in Makati Med.
Yeah, I do feel na meron kayo mga ganyan, and it's really awesome to know that companies are supporting these activities, especially for our employees, no? And I'd like to ask our audience again, guys, the door or the comment section is open for any of your questions related to the topic. Please do spam the comment section for any questions that you have about our topic. And now, while we're waiting for your questions, I do have some questions that we can ask for Sir Ray. Sir Ray, I want to ask this, but with all of the topics or with all of the things that you've shared with us, the best things that you shared, are there any underrated skills that fresh graduates often overlook at or underestimate?
Actually, in terms of being on the hiring, when we're looking at, if I'm doing the interview, right now what we're looking is either the resilience. That's what I asked at the resilience. The resilience is really not being looked for before. After the pandemic, after everything, and then after the changes of the behavior of the generation, resilience right now is really important because particularly some of the attrition, changing the lifestyle of the people, changing how the environment in the workplace from before we always we go to work face to face. Right now, may remote na, may hybrid na. So we don't know what is it's really hard for us to determine what kind of employee that we are looking for. But right now, what we are really important is the resilience of the person. It's more on the attitude, more on the resilience. It's not more on the skills, because I believe skills is being really also taught here in the company. So you learn more on theory. You learn about some of what is the product all about. But in terms of how you will deliver it, particularly here in Makati, if you will deliver it to our patients, the company will be the one who will teach it how you will explore or how you will implement it to the patients.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ray, for answering that. And I do believe resilience is also a very good word to take out, or a good attitude to consider, no, or to always have. Although yung resiliency right now, I think parang nagiging allergic na yung Filipinos. Marami
Yeah.
Filipinos for the word resiliency. But you know what, everyone, it's something that you should always have. Resilience is not just in storms and whatnot, but resilience would also take you the long way. Right, sir? Right?
Yes.
A very long journey. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I really love how you emphasize on attitude more than skills.
Yes.
And with that emphasis, I really feel like graduates really do need to be, banking on their attitude first and making sure that they have the attitude to learn, attitude to skill, and how they react. And
Yes.
sometimes students often feel that they lack experience in the skills that they want to highlight. But do you think attitude alone can highlight and impress employers despite the limited job history?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Actually, it's there's a lot of people that there's a lot of applicants that I talked to before that they are really uh, hindi sila nawawala yung confidence nila because their score in their school, they have failing grades, they have this kind of they're not doing good in the school, and then they're looking for a job na hindi ganun talaga na fit for them. But with their attitude, here for us, we're not that kasi we will teach you naman how to do it. It's more on the attitude on how you will cope up with that skill. And also with some of the applicants, we are actually I'm more on when I do interview. I don't interview in base. Sorry for coach. She's an HR practitioner kasi. But for me kasi when I ask, iba ang tanong ko kagad, I don't ask questions about their resume. What I'm asked is more than personal. What's your family? About your family. Do you have significant others? How many friends do you have in Facebook? How many social medias account do you have? So that's the thing. That's the one that I'm questioning because I'm more on getting the behavior. What is the skill? What's the attitude? What is the behavior of this particular person that I'll be working with? So is this person is fit for the culture of Makati Med? Is he or she can adapt with us? So yun yung mga inaano ko, yun yung mga tinitingnan ko talaga.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. And that's a really awesome perspective as well. So Miss Posh has her perspective in the resume, and while the MMC, also has perspective in how the person is. And that's really what's awesome in this webinars because we keep our audience being holistic in their approach, and especially, doing what they do and pursuing their careers. And I hope you guys learned a lot in our discussion today. So it's not the end. We have our last speaker for today. But before we go to the last speaker, I want to thank Sir Ray for your awesome presentation and how valuable your the tips that you have given us in today's discussion. Sir Ray, we hope to see you in more events with our partner schools and
Yes.
continue being awesome in what you do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
See
you
you around,
for
Sir Ray.
inviting me.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you.
Awesome. Now, guys, I hope you still have the energy left to push through in this last discussion. And Suri has been really wonderful in his topic about the things that we need to work on in our attitude and skills. And of course, the things that we employers are looking for. And part of the topic that Suri has discussed is about work ethics. So we're going to dive in deeper into what strong work ethics are, especially that's something that we always look for. And this presentation will be discussed by a true leader, an innovator in the field of human resources. He is the recipient of the Young HR Talent of the Year 2025, a gold awardee at the prestigious HR Excellence Awards. He just recently was promoted as a manager handling T-Tech Nova Liches. So please let us welcome to help us deliver a positive impact in wherever we go. Let's give it up for Sir Midsfar Tradji, the Talent Acquisition Manager of T-Tech.
Hi, Oliver. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So let's pull up your presentation.
Sure. Give me a sec.
So I can see that your camera and microphone is working. All good with that.
Awesome. There we go.
Okay, let me put it up. Okay, so your presentation is ready, your microphone is working good, camera is ready. You now have the stage, sir.
Okay,
Take the
thank you,
spotlight.
Oliver. Alrighty. So hi everybody. Good morning. Thank you once again, Tita. Jobs 180 for having me here. So earlier, team, we talked about tips on how you can ace your interview. Right now, let's talk about how you can develop strong work ethics. So to start off, by the way, our agenda for today, our topic for today is understanding what work ethics is, the importance of work ethics, your key characteristic or strong work ethics, and also career opportunities here at TTEC. So once again, my name is Mids. My name is Mids Fartaraji, but you can call me Mids. I'm the talent acquisition manager for TTEC Novaliches. Yeah, as mentioned, I received the Gold Awardee for the Young HR Talent of the Year for 2025. Okay, so let's jump into our topic for today. So probably every one of you are curious right now as to what is work ethics. So most of us are probably some of us already familiar as to what is a work ethics. So work ethic is a set of values centered on discipline and responsibility. So work ethic is not just about working hard, it's about having values that guide how you act, even when no one is watching you. It also includes habits like being on time, finishing your task, following rules, and also showing respect to others. So remember, guys, discipline doesn't mean you're doing what needs to be done. So you need to make sure that everything should be done even if no one is watching you. So responsibility means owning your actions and even your results. So when you have a strong work ethics, people can trust you, your teachers, your colleagues, your classmate, and eventually your employer someday. So remember, as a student, it's not just like a stepping stone for you to build a strong foundation of work ethics. So second is it helps you stay focused and also motivated. So remember, a good work ethic keeps you focused on your goals, whether those goals are your academic or even personal goals that you have. So remember that instead of being easily distracted, you learn to prioritize what is urgent and what is important. So work ethic is also about boosting motivation because the more disciplined you are, the more progress you see, and those progress can also build your confidence level, especially as an early stage right now. We really need to make sure that we also build our confidence, especially in everything we do at work or even at school. So it also helps you build consistency, showing up, putting in efforts, and improving every day. Those are just simple things that you can do to make sure that you can already build your foundation of having a good work ethics. Now, lastly, it's also important for both your academic and also your future success. So most of us here are graduating students. So you're already starting building your career. So in school, having a strong ethic means better performance, fewer missed deadlines, or more trust from our teachers. So this same habit carry over the real life jobs. Employee value people who are reliable, honest, and even self-driven. Even if you're highly skilled, you won't succeed without the discipline. You need to make sure that you know how to finish and be responsible to handle challenges. Remember, guys, that good work ethic sets a foundation for promotion, leadership roles, and long-term career growth, because having those kind of mindset as early as now can really help you with whatever career path that you wanted to be someday. All right, so that is what work ethics is. Now, let's talk about why work ethics is important. So, why do you think, or why do we need to have work ethics as early as a student. So first is it builds trust with your teachers and your classmates. So when you show consistency, like submitting work on time, participating actively, and behaving responsibly, people see you as reliable. So you are reliable to do things, to complete everything, especially in the group project. I'm not sure if you notice, those are who you always pick as a leader. You if you have a good work ethics, you're also building that kind of behavior, that kind of respect to your classmates, and not only your classmate but also your teachers and colleagues. So teachers trust you as well with tasks because they knew that you follow through. You're good when it comes to the follow through, making sure everything is being complete. Classmates also feel confident working with you in group activities since they know you won't let them down. Remember, trust is one of the most valuable qualities you can build early in life. Second, it improves your academic performance. So, strong work ethic means you study regularly, you complete assignment properly, and you manage your time well. So, this leads to better understanding of your lessons, high grades, and fewer last minute cramming session, which I can definitely relate when I was a student before. So, when you are disciplined, you create a habits that make your learning easier and less stressful. You know yourself, you know how you work, you know how you study, you know how you finish everything. So it's easier for you to create a plan that will definitely work on what you are. And lastly, third rather, it also prepares you for the real world responsibilities. So after graduation, remember, school is a training ground for your future work environments. In the real world, you'll be expected to meet deadlines, solve a lot of problems, and even manage tasks independently. And those are exactly the skills that's strengthened by good work ethics. So if as early as a student, you are already building those skills, which can definitely help you once you're ready in the real world, which you're already working, meeting up deadlines and whatnot. Remember, guys, that employers look for people who don't only have skills, but also have the right attitude, discipline, and professionalism. As what Sir Ray mentioned earlier during his discussion, discipline or attitude is very, very important because skills are something that we can train you, but those attitude are something that we can no longer improve. Probably we can change it, but not really because those are already the attitude that you have. So might as well we can do something as early as now when it comes to the attitude towards the task or the work that we're doing. And lastly, it also helps you achieve long-term goals. Whether your goal is to graduate right now, of course, I know that's everyone's goal, or probably get a scholarship after this in case that you will be, taking up or you're gonna take your master's or land a job, or probably some of you will start a business. So remember, your work ethic will determine how far you can go on those career path that you wanted to do in the future. So building a long-term goal as early as now can help you to better understand probably what do you want to be after graduating, what do you want to achieve after graduation. So building work ethics can also help you build a long-term goals in the future. Remember that success doesn't happen overnight. It requires a lot of patience, being consistent to what we do, and also the daily efforts that we're doing. A strong work ethics also keeps you committed even when things get difficult. I know that there's a lot of deadline research that you need to complete right now, but if you are committed to the work ethics that you already set, the goals that you already set, it's easier for you to handle those difficult challenges or those difficult things. It can also help you to stay on track towards your future plans. So whatever plans that we wanted, whatever plans that you have right now in mind, probably career path that you have, having a good work ethic can also help you. It's more on being understanding what you wanted to do, or probably understanding what you really wanted to be someday, if or after graduation. Now that we already understand, or now that we already know what work ethic is, and we also understood why work ethics matter, or why work ethics matter, now let's talk about the key characteristic of strong work ethics. Now, let's start with the first one: discipline and consistency. So, discipline and consistency starts with you. So, discipline starts with having a clear plan. A study routine helps your brain know when it's time to focus. So, when I was a student back then, I always make sure to plan things out. For example, what time I'm gonna be study for this subject, what time I'm gonna be completing this requirements, so on and so forth. So it doesn't have to be like a long schedule. What important here is the consistency, or how consistent are you in following those routine that you created. So remember, when you follow a routine, studying can become a habit instead of struggle. Even like 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference as long as you stick to it. Remember, guys, consistency is always the key. In case that you're doing it for the past, let's just say 30 minutes a day, then you're always doing like every day. Then eventually, probably after a week or two, you can increase it to 1 hour until such time that you're already used to it, that you're already planning out your day, and it's easier for you to complete everything that you needed. Next is, you need to avoid procrastination. So remember, procrastination is the one of the biggest enemies of productivity. The longer you delay, the harder the task feels. Remember, a strong work ethic means doing tasks early to avoid stress and also rush work. So one helpful tips or technique that I'm using right now, I'm not sure if you heard about it. This is the 5 minute rule. This is more like you start your task for the next 5 minutes, and most of the time, once you begin doing those tasks, you'll keep on going. You keep on doing it because you're already enjoying and loving it. Because that 5 minute rule, or probably a technique that you'll be doing, you'll start with 5 minutes. Eventually, it can turn to 1 hour or two. So you can also try to do that. Remember, avoiding procrastination builds discipline, and also it reduces anxiety, especially if you need to meet deadlines, especially your graduating students. There's a lot of things that you need to complete. So having everything planned out in mind can also help you reduces your stress and also your anxiety. And lastly, you need to make sure that you stick to your schedule even when it's hard. I know there are times that there are a lot of schedule that we set aside. These are the things that we'll be doing over the weekend from Monday to Friday, and it's really hard to follow. But always remember that consistency is doing what you need to do even on the days that you don't feel motivated. So motivation comes from come and goes. So but discipline keeps you moving towards your goals. So sticking to your schedule also trains your mind to stay committed and also responsible. Over time, this can also build resiliency, which is an important life skill for your both your school and also your future career. Okay, next one is responsibility and accountability. As early as a student, it's very important for us to be responsible and accountable for whatever we do. So first is, you need to learn or to know how to own your actions and result. So being responsible means you're also recognizing that your actions are, whether it's good or bad, they always have a consequence. And whatever it is, you need to accept that. And when you take ownership, you also show maturity and also professionalism to what you do. Instead of blaming others or probably making some excuses, you always acknowledge your role and focus on how you can improve moving forward. This also helps people trust you because they know you stand behind your work. There might be times, guys, that might be thinking, I need to hide my mistake or probably I need to blame others because, I don't want to be blamed on something. Um, Probably the other people will not gonna trust us, sort of like that. But always remember that once you admit your mistake, which is the second one, admit mistakes and learn from it or learn from them. It's also important to understand and learn that every mistakes every mistakes we do, students, teachers, and even professionals, they commit mistakes. So what matter it is, what important is how you respond to those mistakes that you made. Remember that after you create a mistake or probably after you commit a mistake, you need to think of what can you do moving forward to, let's just say, avoid those from happening again. A strong work ethics means you're also honest about mistakes and use them as learning experience instead of hiding them. Admitting errors is super hard, but remember that it also shows humility and also growth. It also helps you avoid repeating the same issues in the future because since you already admit it to yourself that you committed those mistakes, of course, you will be doing something, action plans that you'll be doing so that you will avoid that moving forward. Remember that this mindset also builds resiliency, especially when it also involves helping your problem solving skills to enhance. And lastly, completing tasks without being reminded. Now, accountability means being proactive. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you what to do. So you just, complete it. Proactively do something that was assigned to you. Because when you complete your task on your own, it shows initiative and also reliability. This is one key, or probably just a habit that schools and workplace value because it shows that you can be trusted with the responsibilities that were given to you. Doing things without reminders also makes you more independent and also confident in managing your time. Because, of course, since you are responsible, you can definitely manage your time and also be accountable for everything you do. Okay, moving on here. Let's talk about time management this time. This is very important for us, especially as a student. First is prioritize schoolwork and deadlines. Time management starts with knowing what your tasks matter most. You need to understand what is urgent and what is important. You also need to know whether what are those things that you need to prioritize. So prioritizing assignment, you can also base it on deadlines, as mentioned, importance, so you don't end up rushing at the last minute. So when you organize your task, you make sure your energy goes to the right things first. And also, this habit can reduce stress and help you stay on track, especially during busy weeks. So you need to make sure, as like what I mentioned earlier, is that you need to plan out everything because if you plan things out, no matter what the deadline is, you can complete it on time. Second, you need to break the task into smaller steps. So big tasks can be overwhelming, which often leads to procrastination. So breaking them down into smaller and manageable steps makes them easier to start and complete. Remember, as what I mentioned about the 5 minutes rule or 5 minutes technique, you can start for the first 5 minutes, I would say, then eventually you'll get the hang of it and enjoy in such time that you need to make sure to be consistent on what you do And you'll just be shocked that everything or all of your task, you're able to complete it no matter how big the task is. And lastly, use planner or digital calendars. Right now, we have a lot of tools that we can use. Tools like planner, notebooks, or even application can help you stay organized and remember important dates. Uh, you also have your phones. You can use a digital calendar to send probably a reminder, or so you don't miss any deadlines or activities. You can also, if you're the kind of person who loves writing down everything, you can also write it down to help you visualize your schedule and balance your school, rest, which is very important, and your personal time. Remember, work-life balance is also very important. These tools help you build a strong habits that will also help you throughout your college days, and also your future career as well. So as early as now, if you were able to build that kind of rhythm and momentum as well, you'll get used to it, and you can bring those things once you start working, or once you, let's just say, you're already graduated, you started working to whatever career that you wanted to be someday. Fourth is determination. All right. For determination, it helps you stay focused on goals even when challenges arise. We know that there are a lot of challenges to complete each and every task that was given to you. Remember, having determination means keeping your eyes on the end of the goal. Like, what is our goal? What we wanted to achieve after this. So, no matter how difficult your situation becomes, it's about staying committed and not letting setbacks, pressure, or even distractions pull you away from what you wanted to achieve. Second is persist through obstacles and don't give up easily. So, person who keeps pushing forward despite failures or delays, instead of quitting, they look for a solution and adjust their approach and continue moving step by step until you reach success. I'm not sure if you heard about Six Sigma process before, but it's more on trial and error. Every time you created a plan, you created a solution, depends on the problem. Then after you plan out the after you have the solution, then in case that it will not gonna work, you'll try a different solution until such time that you're tailor fitting, or you tailor fit whatever the solution is, or whatever the solution for that specific problem that you have. It's always about trial and error, but always remember those learnings. There are times that we need to make sure that we are adaptive towards adjustment, adjusting your resolutions, or probably adjusting what we can do to make sure that it can be tailor fitted to whatever problems we'll overcome or obstacle. And lastly, adapting and bouncing back from setbacks. This is probably sort of, I would say, that it's the most challenging, because, bouncing back from setbacks is a bit hard, knowing and understanding that what are those setbacks that I have. So remember that having determination also include resiliency. It can also boost your resiliency, because learning to adjust when things don't go as planned, it's about recovering quickly. Like, in the snap of your finger, how can you adjust if your plan is not working? Remember, if plan A is not working, there's still 26 letters in our alphabet. There's still a lot of things that you can think of. Remember, it's about recovering quickly, staying positive, and using every setback as a lesson to improve and move forward even stronger. Because once you encounter that setbacks again in the future, it's easier for you to adapt, or probably think of a solution and how to attack, or probably how to resolve those problems. And lastly, developing integrity. So this is very, very important. Integrity, especially not only when we are studying, but also in school. Let's start with be honest in your work. Remember that integrity starts with honesty. It's being truthful about what actually put in or what actually you know and what you can do. And also the effort you actually put in the work that you're doing. So when you're honest in your work, people trust your result and your character as well. Remember small actions like admitting when you didn't study enough or when you need help. It also shows maturity and sincerity. Asking assistance, asking help from somebody doesn't mean that you're weak. It only means that you are already matured enough and you're already sincere that you also wanted and needed help from others. Second, avoid cheating and shortcuts. So remember, cheating might give you quick result, but it damages your integrity and prevent you from truly learning. Remember, the reason why we're doing everything that we're doing right now is to prepare you um, in the real world. So if you will cheat to think that, oh, probably I just make it so that I can, complete it ASAP. But remember, the reason why tasks, research are given to you is for you to learn and understand. It's for you to enjoy the process. Probably you just need to think of how how fulfilling it is once you complete everything that was assigned to you, or probably once you complete all the researches, or probably all your assignments and whatnot. And lastly, this is very, very important. Do the right thing even when no one is watching. So one of our Tita core values is do the right thing. So remember that integrity is shown in moments when you could get away with something, but you choose not to do it. Doing the right thing also is, it also privately reflects who you really are and not just the image you show to others. This is also a great habit that you can build your inner strength, your discipline, and your personal sense and responsibility. Remember, guys, the people with integrity become natural leaders because others trust them, respect them, and follow their examples. So those are just pretty much the key components or the few things that you need to know about work ethics. Remember, most of these guys are you're already doing it. You're already doing it in your daily lives. You just need to make sure to be consistent in what you do. Remember, as what we mentioned, you need to make sure that you have discipline and consistency. If you already have built your work ethics, your schedule sort of like that, you need to understand, you need to be disciplined, and you need to be consistent on what you do. You always need to make sure to be responsible, accountable to whatever result it will be. And remember, you need to make sure to follow, or your time management is very, very important. You need to make sure to manage your time properly. Lastly, determination. Fourth is determination to complete whatever things that is assigned to you, and honesty towards work. Of course, it's very important that you always build work-life balance to everything you do, whether it's school, studies, um, your future careers, even if you're already starting working. So, as we wrap up today's topic, let me leave you with a quote from one of my favorite books, The Atomic Habits. So, you don't rise to the level of your goals, but usually we fall to the level of your systems. All right, so that's pretty much our topic for today. So, just want to let you know the job opportunities that we have here at TTEC. So, TTEC has numerous locations across Luzon and Visayas. We also have more than 10,000 free courses and learning modules. We also have mentorship program just in case you wanted to start career here in TTEC. We also have HMO coverage for employees and your dependents. We also have educational assistance program just in case you wanted to continue your master's. It's definitely possible here in TTEC. Employee counseling program, we also have that here. So in case that you are interested to be part of our growing family, I encourage everyone to visit our website, ttechjobs.com. You can just type in your location, whatever location suits for you. Then you just need to type it in, and all the available available openings for your area will show there. And in case, or you can also visit www.jobs180.com /tech jobs. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you you also want to try and apply in our company and be part of our growing family as well.
Thank you so much, Sir Mids, for a very insightful discussion about this topic. And I love how relatable the tips and examples you have given to us. Now, the comment sections are open for any questions that you may have, our audience, for the related topic discussed. And while we're waiting for your entries, I do have some questions that I want to, speak with our speaker. And it's about real life scenarios or in demonstrating strong work ethics. And Sir Mids, I'm happy that you are here today. And
Sure. Thanks.
fresh graduates are very right now in this today's world, the digital world, are so distracted and overwhelmed with information around them. And while they feel unmotivated or maybe overwhelmed, what are the practical steps that you take, as in your practice that they can take to stay disciplined and consistent at their work?
Well, that's really a good question, Oliver. The advantage of our, let's just say, our era right now is we have a lot of means. Like we have digitals that can help us. Remember, they just need to learn and understand or to know first what tools suits them best. So what do they feel like? Is it calendar that can help me be proactive or probably be organized? Is it the notepad in my mobile phone? Am I the kind of person who loves writing everything? So it's more on being creative to what they do. There's a lot of things that they can do. They can research. Um, there's a lot of tools that can be created as much as possible. I can even see a lot of videos in TikTok on how students do studies right now. There's a lot of the highlight things that they're doing. So it's more on understanding what works for them, and once they already knew and understand what is it or what will be the best tool that they can use, then they can be just consistent. So as what mentioned earlier, they can follow the 5 minutes technique. So probably just try it for the next 5 minutes. Eventually they'll just be shocked that they're just enjoying it, and it will be like sort of part of their routine, and it will be a habit, part of their habits as well.
Awesome. I think I really love those examples of the tools that you can use in making you disciplined and consistent at work, and also in this digital age, how AI can even help you in your work and be more
Exactly.
efficient in what you do. There are lots of tools that are out there for you to use, no? Sa mga ating mga job seekers. And have you ever have a friend or maybe someone close or someone that you know who succeeded in their career because of strong work ethics? Can you tell us a story about how he succeeded in his career?
Well, I have a lot of friends. Well, first is, this friend of mine, I worked with her actually in Dumaguete back then when I was a recruiter. So she was a recruiter as well. Actually, like a talent acquisition specialist too. She's a supervisor now, managing Dumaguete, USRN, Australia, and whatnot. So her work ethics, what she always do is she loved to, she loved challenges. Every time that she's given like a task or probably let's just say like a challenges, she never say no. She always say, yeah, I can do it. Then eventually I was promoted as a senior supervisor. She was promoted as an associate recruiter for a different site. And afterwards, she was assigned to me. Then when I was promoted as a manager, she was also promoted as a supervisor because of what she do. Her name is Shara from Dumaguete. I know she's watching. So The good thing about Sherry is she really loves what she do. She's always consistent. She always, follows through. She's really good when it comes to planning out. Actually, I learned it from her, like how she plan out her day. Imagine Shara even has a kid. She can even manage foresight while managing her kid. I'm not sure how she do that, but she's able to do it. I don't know how. Actually, I'm even really shocked how she really managed her time while taking care of her kid. It's really speaks with her work ethics. Like work life balance is still there even if she's still performing in her work.
That's awesome. And I think I would salute Sherry as well. Being a parent myself, it's so difficult to carry out the task while also taking care of your family, especially if you have kids. And salute to all working moms out there, just like Sherry. Okay? And it's awesome to know that these people are consistent and love their work, planning ahead and whatnot. And these strong ethics can really take them to the highest level of their careers. And I love that story, Sir Vince. And I think our guests as well, our audience as well, really love to see that there are people who can excel in that. Awesome. And Sir Vince, I don't think our students or our audience right now have any more questions. And I think we can adjourn this webinar now. But before we do so, I want to thank you again for your time today in sharing your insights and knowledge in making sure that we can develop the strongest work ethic possible for our future career heads and our study habits. Again, Sir Vince, thank you. On behalf of jobsandity.com and LSPU on all campuses, thank you so much for your
Thank you. Thanks, Oliver, for having me. Appreciate
of
it.
course. See you again. See you again in the next
See ya.
webinars. All right. So, guys, I hope you learned a lot of things today, and with all of the things that you have, again, this seminar or this webinar is being recorded, and with all of the knowledge that they have shared with us, you can always rewatch that anytime in our Facebook or YouTube page. So just go and follow us on our YouTube pages. Okay. So again, thank you guys for your participation in this great event, and we hope to see you in more. So even if the next school webinar is not your school, just go here and watch, because we share tips from different industries that we have in partnership with, and you really learn a lot in making sure that you can go do your work properly or do the job or be in the career that you really want. Okay. So before we end this webinar, I'd like to introduce to you the our closing remarks that will be delivered by the Director of Alumni Affairs and Placement Services of LSPU, Ms. Jeneline E. Espinueva.
On behalf of the Laguna State Polytechnic University, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our graduating students who joined today's Marketing Me Live 2025. Thank you for giving your time, your energy, and your openness to learn as you prepare for the next chapter of your careers. Our sincere appreciation goes to jobs180.com for partnering with us once again in this initiative. Your guidance on job applications using ResumeLink, navigating virtual interviews, understanding the top skills employers look for when hiring, and developing strong work ethics has truly equipped our students with practical and relevant insights they can apply immediately. To our resource speakers, thank you for generously sharing your expertise. Your straightforward and real-world advice will surely make a difference as our students enter the workforce. To our campus officials, our university officials, headed of course by our university president, Dr. Mario Arbriones, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Attorney Rashid J.S. Sancon, campus directors, CD Joel Embawica of San Pablo City Campus, CD Engineer Manuel Luis R. Alvarez of Santa Cruz and Los Baños campuses, and VP Beltran Pedregal of Sineloam. Deans, Associate Deans, Office of Student Affairs and Services, program coordinators, faculty members, alumni and OJT coordinators, and of course sa atin po mga chairpersons ng Alumni Affairs and Placement Services, Ma'am Shoni, Sir Ian, Sir Henner. Maraming salamat po for continuously supporting our placement and AAPS initiatives. Your cooperations po and support allow us to provide meaningful activities like this to our students. And of course, to our graduating students, remember that your journey does not end here. Today is just a reminder that you are capable, employable, and ready. Continue improving your skills. Stay confident and remain grounded in good values. We at the Alumni Affairs and Placement Services will always be here to support you before and even after graduation. So once again, thank you everyone to everyone who made Marketing Me Live 2025 a success. Stay inspired, stay prepared, and we wish you all the best in your professional journeys. Have a great day and keep striving for excellence.
Thank you so much, Miss Jen, and we hope to continue this endeavor or this activity with our students. I really love how you support them by doing these programs with us and organizing this with jobs180.com. So we look forward to more events with you and LSPU. So I hope you guys learned a lot, and we hope that you are also going to make sure that you have attended this event because your school are going to look for you. So I want to make sure that we want to hear you as well. So please scan the link that you see on the screen. This will be your evaluation. Please evaluate this program, and this will also serve as your attendance. So take time to take a screenshot of it if you don't have a scanner. And if the link didn't work, kindly screenshot as a proof of your attendance with the date and time today. If you have any concerns, please reach out to the guidance office. And so I also want to invite you guys for getting your certificates. So this webinar shouldn't be just a webinar. It should be marked with your name as well. So to get your webinar e-certificate, just scan the link that you see here or follow the link that you see on screen. Just enter the needed information in the form. Enter your correct email address and also the name, and ensure that the information that you provided are accurate as possible, because you will automatically receive the certificate through the email address you have indicated. If you encounter any issues about the form or if you did not receive your certificate, you can email us at eventsjobs180.com. And so the recordings of this webinar will be posted on jobs180.com's Facebook and YouTube channel. For further information of our next events, please make sure that you follow your school's Facebook pages for webinars and other announcements regarding career and placement services. Please watch out for the next set of webinars hosted by jobs180.com this week or the next coming months. And check out our Facebook page at Facebook at jobs180.com for topics that will be discussed, and you're welcome to join in those sessions too. All right. So again, it's December. I don't think we'll meet again this day or this month. So I want to greet you guys on behalf of jobs180.com and our partner companies a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that ends our session for today. Thank you so much, and may you all have a great day ahead of you guys. See you in the next webinars. Again, my name is Oliver. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye for now.
Oh, dearest alma mater, LSPU evermore, our source of knowledge like the star leading, making us all go far. In our vocations,
Dahil State University ang LSPU, asahan mo na bukod sa quality ang education ay abot kaya pa ito. Hindi limitado sa 4 sulok na silid ang pag-aaral mo dito sa LSPU. Maganda ang pagsasanay dito para sa paghahanda ng kinabukasan mo. Pinaghuhusay ng LSPU upang maging balanse ang buhay estudyante namin dito. Inihahanda kami ng LSPU upang maging mga leader at kapaki-pakinabang at mabuting mamamayan ng ating bansa.
For more than 67 years since 1952, the LSPU has been one of the drivers of Laguna's immense economic progress. As one of the more than 100 premier state universities of the Philippines, the LSPU has provided quality education to create capable leaders and workforce to help Laguna sustain its growth. The LSPU is the largest state university in the province of Laguna, providing excellent and subsidized education to more than 27,000 students in 4 strategic campuses located in Santa Cruz, Siniloan, San Pablo City, and Los Baños. Each LSPU campus provides instructional expertise in their specialized field and offers bachelor's, associate, and certificate programs in various fields of study. The LSPU also offers higher education programs in education.
Ang main campus ng LSPU ay matatagpuan dito sa Santa Cruz. Meron pong mahigit 10,000 estudyante ang nag-aaral dito. Bukod po sa tourism na aking kinukuha, ang pag-aabogasya at nursing ay unique dito sa LSPU Santa Cruz. LSPU Santa Cruz also offers courses on the exciting fields of engineering and information technology.
Meron pong mahigit 5,000 estudyante na karamihan ay nag-aaral sa larangan ng agrikultura dito sa LSPU Siniloan. Ang pinakamalaki pong campus ng LSPU ay matatagpuan dito. The LSPU Siniloan also provides excellent instruction in the fields of agroforestry.
Dito naman po sa San Pablo Campus, marami ang nag-aaral ng kurso ng Education, Information Technology, Engineering and Industrial Technology, Hospitality Management and Tourism. Ang LSPU San Pablo ay mayroong mahigit 8,000 na estudyante sa loob ng mahigit na 5 ektaryang pasilidad nito. Meron rin pong isa sa 2 graduate programs dito para sa education.
Dito po sa LSPU Los Baños, matatagpuan ang isa sa pinakamagandang kurikula sa fisheries sa bansa. Isama nyo na rin dito ang matibay na mga program sa education, food, nutrition, and dietetics, hospitality management, at tourism. Mahigit 5,000 estudyante ang nag-aaral dito sa LSPU Los Baños.
All 4 LSPU campuses provide programs for teacher education, computer studies, hospitality management and tourism, arts and sciences, criminal justice education, and business management and accountancy. For international competitiveness, the LSPU has developed partnerships and cooperation with foreign academic institutions and corporations to provide students and staff with insights and experience on education, research, and training on a global level. Aside from the modern amenities, the university strives to provide and improve its gymnasiums, libraries, and other associated venues needed for a balanced student life. Providing the best possible educational environment and experience has always been a priority at the LSPU. The LSPU endeavors to tap into the students' potential to help nurture them to become productive, responsible, and successful members of our society. The LSPU has made remarkable accomplishments by providing and advancing knowledge in multidisciplinary fields essential for the development of young individuals.
Tunay po na ang ating kinabukasan ng bayan ay nakasalalay sa ating mga kabataan sa pagbibigay ng matibay na pundasyon para maabot nila ang kanilang pangarap. Matutulungan rin ang ating bansa na maabot ang minimiting pagunlad. Ang tagumpay ng ating mga kabataan ay tagumpay natin lahat.
There are 3 easy steps in creating a resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
At Synchrony, you have the ability to make a real impact. Be an impact on our customers, on our community, on our colleagues.
Having workplace flexibility is a benefit I did not know I needed. But wow, it has really made a positive impact in my life.
The flexibility I have in leading my team and being effective and adding value to the organization while also being able to have my son spend time with his grandparents.
I am able to bring my full authentic self each and every day.
People are innovative, they are inspiring, people are always willing to help.
This is a company where you truly can be yourself. And in doing that, we believe you fuel unbelievable innovation, collaboration, and deep and meaningful connection. I hope you'll join us and become a part of the Synchrony family.
Ever notice how a smile is contagious? It's hard not to smile when someone's smiling at you. Go ahead, try it. We'll wait. Smiling yet? Us too. Here at T-Tech, we love smiles. In fact, we've built a culture around them and a brand on top of them. For us, it's all about the feeling you get when someone goes that extra smile to brighten your day. It's how an upside-down frown makes our T-Tech world go round. Our mission is to make the whole world smile, and it starts with you. We focus on what matters most to you. Career growth, personal development, well-being, whatever it may be. It's all part of the T-Tech experience. So put on a smile. Come join us and let's change the world, one smile at a time.
Denso creates vehicle essential technologies. You might think that vehicle technologies have nothing to do with you. But if vehicles did not move, buses and taxis would not come, and ambulances and fire trucks could not respond to emergencies. If there were no deliveries by truck, there would not be rows of products in supermarkets, and goods bought over the internet would not be delivered. Denso supports the lifestyles not only of people who drive, but also of people who don't drive. For instance, through its systems that check the road ahead and technologies that keep watch around cars, Denso enables society to keep safely on the move, anytime and anywhere. By systems that make the air they expel cleaner than the air they take in, and smart use of energy, Denso is also helping to preserve the environment for generations to come. To everyone around the world, Denso's craftsmanship produces things of value